will be it. And the state champion, Scott Haluska.
And you see it there as she serves.
Quarterback comes out, takes it to McIntyre. Now looks in the end zone. Touchdown.
Circles. He's a great draw.
Making a nice ride.
NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships. Tonight in the Class D1 title game, it's the Bloomfield Bees and the Howells Bobcats. Hi again, everybody. I'm Kevin Kugler, and welcome to Memorial Stadium and the Class D1 State Championship game. Now, in recent years, the recipe for success in this championship game has been to have a good running back and ride him to victory. Last year, Howells did that with their great tailback, Alan Bohaboy. This year, Bloomfield is taking a page out of the Howells recipe book. They hope for similar success on the field tonight against that same Howells Bobcat team. They ought to know how to stop it. They did it last year, and they got to see it all last year in practice, so it should be a great matchup tonight. Working with me tonight, the color voice of the Huskers, Adrian Fiala. Adrian, earlier today, passing. D2, the state championship game was filled with balls in the air tonight. Run. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Kevin, it was crazy this afternoon. 59 passes between the two teams, 527 yards. It was incredible, something you really don't expect to see at that level, but it was there. But these two teams, about 82% of Howells' offense is on the ground. 87% of the Bloomfield offense is on the ground. Travis Milady, you talked about him, over 2,200 yards, but the better number is 11. His average is 11 yards per carry. Incredible when you can average a first down every time you carry the football. That'll draw defense. Jared Brokachik will lead the Howells defense. You need to get a lot of people around a runner like Travis Milady. They're going to try to do that tonight. Brokachik, their spiritual leader, their physical leader, over 240 tackles the last 2 years. Should be a great matchup between those two players.
Well, they'll, I'm sure, meet several times tonight on the football field. Let's meet the third member of our broadcast crew. Standing by on the sidelines, it's Larry Putney.
Guys, as you know, Bloomfield is making the move down from Class C2 to Class D1 this year. It doesn't seem like that big of a drop, but what it means is they're playing 8-man football this year instead of 11-man. Meanwhile, Lawrence Nelson was moving up to Class C2. Now, Gary Walling, the head coach of Bloomfield, had never coached 8-man football. He wanted to learn a little bit about the style and how 8-man football is played. So he called up Lawrence Nelson, head coach Gary DeBoer, and said, hey, you guys are moving up, we're moving down, let's get together, talk football, exchange playbooks. So the two coaches arranged a meeting at Gary DeBoer's cabin in Kearney. They spent the entire week talking football. They'd never met before, brought their wives, had a nice little weekend, and they also exchanged playbooks. Well, apparently it was a very productive meeting because tonight, Bloomfield is playing for the Class D1 State Championship, and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., Lawrence Nelson plays for the C2 state title.
Not a bad story, Larry, and the beauty of that is we can go ahead and use it again tomorrow in Lawrence Nelson's game. Let's go to public address announcer Rich Broderson for tonight's player introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players competing in the Class D1 State Football Finals. First, for the visiting Bees of Bloomfield High School. Number 9, Dustin Chansey. Number 11, Matt Hansen. Number 12, Josh Goebbels. Number 20, Curtis Beckman. Number 24, Chase Roy. Number 27, Matt Dennis. Number 30, Austin Gieselman. Number 32, Travis Milady. Number 33, Cody Olande. Number 35, Jeff True. Number 36, Brian Frank. Number 37, Trevor Kettleson. Number 50, Kyle Surface. Number 58, Jeff Beckman. Number 60, Karsten Milady. Number 62, Colin Crouch. Number 69, Josh Keller. Number 71, Zach Milliken. Number 73, Joe Jessen. Number 78, Matt Doy. Number 84, Trent Garlow. And number 87, Joel Repenning. And the head coach for Bloomfield, Gary Walling. And the rest of the Bloomfield Bees.
Number 2 in the state, getting set to take on the 11-1 Howells Bobcats. For Bloomfield, state champs in 1992. They were runners-up in 1998. That was in C2. The 14th straight year that this bunch has made the playoffs. An amazing accomplishment for the Bloomfield Bees.
You bet, Kevin. Great job by the Bees, and again, preseason number 2 this year.
Let's head back to public address announcer Rich Broderson. He's got the introductions for the Howells Bobcats.
Now for the home team, the Bobcats of Howells High School. Number 7, Brian Recker. Number 12, Eric Weeman. Number 19, Matt Eichmeyer. Number 22, Michael Byer. Number 26, Dan Sindelar. Number 27, Dustin Mastey. Number 30, Justin Prester. Number 33, Lance Gropey. Number 34, Randy Jacobaski. Number 42, Chris Dostal. Number 46, Stephen Bazada. Number 50, Tyler Vaca. Number 54, Tom Bloom. Number 55, Danny Ragland. Number 62, Brian Kalia. Number 68, David Rich. Number 71, David Michaelis. Number 72, Brian Cimarron. Number 75, Jared Grahacek. Number 84, Joel Cox. Number 85, Miles Denley. And number 86, Ben Fultis. The head coach for Howells High School, Mike Spear. And the rest of the Howells Bobcats.
You now know the participants, the Howells Bobcats and the Bloomfield Bees. And this one's shaping up to be very different from what we saw in the first game of the day, the D2 state championship. If you missed it, won in overtime by Lewiston, 34-32, and Greeley missed a 2-point conversion in overtime, which would have sent it on to another frame. That one was filled with passing statistics and passes in the air. We don't expect to see more than maybe 15 passes combined between these two teams tonight, Abe.
We shouldn't, Kevin. On the average this year, these two teams, Bloomfield has rushed the ball on average 305 yards per game. They've passed it for just 47, total 352. That accounts for that 87% we talked about a moment ago. And then for the Howells Bobcats, 275 on the ground, 63 in the air, and 339 total offense there. So just a little over, about 82% there for the Bobcats. So we should see a lot, and I do mean a lot of running here this evening. And again, a little faster ball game than what we saw here this afternoon. Lots of passing, an overtime game, a great ball game though. Lots of exciting plays, and we have a good report on Ben Ideas, so he's going to be okay, just fine. So everything came out well in that football game, Kevin. And again, it's just a shame one of those teams had to lose it, but that's why we play it.
At the rate those two teams were going, we thought perhaps they'd still be playing by the time we were supposed to kick off this D1 state championship game. An over 3-hour performance this morning and into mid-afternoon here at Memorial Stadium, and we're hoping for as competitive as a matchup tonight. We'll see it here between Howells and Bloomfield. Bloomfield in its first year in 8-man football. I got to imagine that's a difficult move for a team to make, going down to 8-man football. You've got to change the rules, really, of what you're doing.
Change the rules a little bit, but you're going to have a few more players to deal with the needs that you have on a football team. And Yeah, I think it's a fairly decent adjustment for the players to make, but evidently, Kevin, for Bloomfield, it wasn't that big adjustment. They're 12-0, and they're in the state finals, so they've handled it very, very well. Last year, Howells, the Bobcats were 13-0, state champs last year, so they're no stranger to what's going on here in this marvelous facility. And that's another thing as we're getting ready here. Larry will be down there with the mic. Let's go down to Larry.
Listening in for the coin toss now between these two teams.
Okay, congratulations again, guys, for being here. This is a big game for you, and I hope you all have the best of luck possible. Okay, the captains for Bloomfield High School, Mr. Hansen, Mr. Malati, Mr. Frank, and Mr. Malati.
Number 72, Brian Cimarron.
And the on-field captains for Howells, Mr. Burkacek and Mr. Recker. Okay, White won the opening toss before the game, and you chose to defer. I'm going to signal that.
And number 71, David Michaelis.
Okay, you guys chose to receive the ball at that end. Okay, why don't you guys put your backs over on this end? Find that again. Okay, put your backs over there. That's the way we're going to do it, guys. Step in. You guys are champions. Play like champions. Have a great game, guys.
Kickoff and defend the South Goal.
The Howells Bobcats will have the football first to start off the football game. The kickoff of the D1 state title game is next.
In the world of showbiz, Quincy Jones is an acknowledged master.
Tremendous pop music maestro.
He proved he could capture the imagination of the world.
He gives us the beat, and it's always
The right tempo.
right in the pocket. Meet Quincy Jones, an American master.
Sunday night at 9 Central Time on Nebraska ETV.
The arts are what separates us from animals.
It's what makes us unique.
I love the Mona Lisa.
Andy Warhol.
Citizen Kane, punk,
Opera,
Rock.
Polka.
Bob Ross.
the stage,
movies,
It's what makes us different. It's what makes us think,
feel, live.
love.
That's why I watch Life 360.
Next exit.
Great performances.
American Masters.
On Nebraska ETV.
On Nebraska ETV.
On Nebraska ETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is your Nebraska ETV network.
The 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to the Nebraska ETV network, have them log on to net.unl.edu, click sports, and follow the prompts to State High School football. These webcasts are free and brought to you commercial-free as a service of NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. Again, a beautiful night. You cannot complain at all about this, although I ran into someone earlier today who did. 71 degrees, partly cloudy skies, southwest wind at 8 miles an hour, 44% humidity.
Now, Kevin,
night.
who in the world, tell me, who in the world would
I
complain
stopped
about
in a local establishment, and I'll quote the woman who talked about the weather. She said, "I don't like this, it's boring."
Oh, man. Man, oh, man.
Well, there's the
Look at
road
that.
to the championship game for both Howells and for Bloomfield. Some close ones throughout there. But Howells had the closest one, that 2-point win over Humphrey St. Francis last week. Bloomfield, I don't want to say it's been an easy path, but it's been a relatively easy path.
Their
for
easiest
Bloomfield.
game, their semifinal game against Spencer Napier. 54-22, but the other two games, fairly decent ball games. There you see the locations of these two great teams.
Not too far apart in the northeastern corner of the state of Nebraska, Bloomfield and Howells.
Howells also known for good basketball.
Pretty good athletics all the way around. The Howells Bobcats. There's Gary Walling, the head coach of the Bloomfield Bees. Brian Frank ready to kick it off.
Good strong leg. We saw it in practice here in the warm-ups. Excellent leg.
Brian Recker Deep to receive near the goal line for the Bobcats. And look at that boomer from Frank. Wow. What a kick from Brian Frank. We watched him during warm-ups, as you were saying, Abe. He was banging them in from 40 yards out, right through the uprights.
45, 40 yards, doing a good job right there. But Brian Frank eliminates return and puts the Bobcats back where they ought to be to start this long field. This field is 80 yards, by the way, rather than the customary 100. Still a little bit narrower also.
And start at the 15 on the touchback instead of the 20. Eichmeyer in the eye. They'll toss it to Sindelar. Sindelar working over that right side, driven back by Travis Malati. Pick up for Sindelar of about 3 yards. The offense, Matt Eichmeyer at quarterback, Michael Byer at fullback, Dan Sindelar, the running back, Eric Weeman, and Brian Recker, the tight ends. For the Bobcats up front, Jared Prokachik, Brian Kolia, and Justin Masney along that line. 2nd and 6. Toss to the left side to Sindelar. Gets a big block, and Sindelar has a first down for Howells.
Good job by that left side of that line over there, that Howells line. Masney's over there. Brian Recker's over there. Tom Bloom.
Checking out the defense for the Bees along the line. Jeff True, Matt Dorr, and Karsten Malati. And the backs and linebackers, Curtis Beckman, Matt Hansen, Travis Malati, Brian Frank, and Chase Rohr. First down and 10, 27-yard line. Eichmeyer will run it on the quarterback sweep. He's got blockers out in front. Eichmeyer keeps his balance and is finally knocked out of bounds into Bloomfield territory. Mark it at about the 37-yard line. A first down again for the Howells Bobcats, who've moved it well early on.
Just basically working both sides of the field right now, Kevin. That time, Jared Prokachik, Eric Weeman over there on the right side. Excellent blocks and a nice block out of the backfield by the fullback. And then it's off to the races. Still adjusting a little bit to the footing. You could see a little bit of a problem down there as he came to the edge and lost the footing.
As good a field as these guys have ever played on in their career here at Memorial Stadium. Eichmeyer running on the option. And Eichmeyer runs into a brick wall in the form of Karsten Malati. Pickup of a pair on the play down to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Bobcats.
See number 24 right there, Chase Rohr on the play also, as the Howells team just continues to pound away, just what we thought it would happen.
Second down and 8. Toss to Sindelar behind his blockers, and Sindelar again driven back by Travis Malati. It's been the Malati cousins for the Bees defensively. Travis and Karsten, that time Travis.
Big Malati show right now. We talked about his running ability. We'll see that in a moment, but thus far he has been a huge factor here on defense. Travis Malati, 105 tackles this year. He also picked off 8 passes. Don't know if he'll have many opportunities here tonight, though, to do that.
Probably not. Third down. 5 yards to go for Howells. On the fake, Eichmeyer will keep it, and he'll have another first down. Good little fake by Matt Eichmeyer.
You know what? You better be ready up there when they come to the line, because they're moving. They're snapping and going. Here you see it there, just a fake toss this time, and he peels back and comes right back over the left side, right over Masney and Recker down there. Nice work, nice run. Very, very quick play. First down.
Some awfully good blocking up front, too, to open up some good holes for that quarterback. First down and 10 from the 25. Same play the other direction this time, and Eichmeyer with about 3 yards on the carry down to the 22-yard line of Bloomfield.
Brian Frank on the tackle, the leading tackler for Bloomfield this year. Nice job to step up in the crease right there and come a little bit from the back end and make the hit, but only after a nice pickup.
2nd and 7. 22-yard line of the Bees. Sindelar trying to sweep the left side, and he'll get swept to the ground. Chase Rohr roaring in on Sindelar and stopping him for a minimal gain, if any, on the play.
Lots going on out there. You see 75 leading the way. That's Prokachik. He not only is a tremendous defensive football player, but you saw him get out and move right there and get a good block on the edge. But again, backside pursuit, got the ball carrier.
3rd and 7 for the Bobcats. 22-yard line. First throw of the night. Wide open over the middle is Eric Weeman, and Weeman will have a first down to the 10-yard line of Bloomfield.
16th reception on the year. He had 15 coming into the ballgame, 320 in the yardage category. And their first pass is complete. There it is. Weeman right over the middle, everything wide open. Of course, Bloomfield looking for the run again. And great call by the Howells Bobcats to cross him up. Put that tight end right over the middle, and bingo, it's a first down.
Howells does not waste much time getting to the line.
Running the play.
First and goal from the 10. The toss to Sindelar. And Sindelar driven down again. Malati on the stop. Sindelar picks up 3 down to the 7-yard line.
Sindelar 515 yards on the year rushing. 12 touchdowns mixed in with that.
So far, it's been as we expected for Howells. Sindelar right, Sindelar left, Eichmeyer right, Eichmeyer left. One throw. As Adrian told you, 82% of their plays out of the run department. Give going up the middle this time to Michael Byer, the first carry we've seen from the fullback. And Byer takes it inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. It'll be third from there.
Karsten Malati that time coming on the hit. Playing in that defensive line on that left side there. Just came right across the line and made a nice hit. Got up underneath there. Brought him right to the ground as Howells just continues to grind it away here. Interesting game plan, and they're executing it very well right now.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Eichmeyer trying to keep, he won't get there. Karsten Malati again got him around the ankles and brought him down 2 yards shy of a touchdown.
You know what? I really thought he had it. I really thought when that play opened up, nice blocks over there by Brkacek and Weeman, but somehow Karsten comes behind them and makes the play and stops him dead cold. It'll be 4th down now, and they're going to talk things over.
There's the head coach, Mike Spears, coming out to chat with his team. What do you do here? 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. We'll step aside and we'll find out what they do. 4th down coming up, no score at Memorial Stadium, mid-first quarter in Lincoln.
La 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 la.
He's not getting in.
Hey, I'm here to fix the ceiling.
He's not getting in.
Hey, anybody seen the Pope? Anybody?
And he's not getting in. But you can, when PBS and National Geographic take you where no tourist has gone before. Beyond the walls, past the guards, and deep into the inner sanctum for a privileged look inside the Vatican. November 21st, only on PBS.
Fourth down and goal from the 2-yard line facing the Howells Bobcats. 7 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter here in the D1 state championship game. Adrian Fiala, you're Mike Spears now. What do you do?
Well, he's had good success over that left side over there, Kevin. Let's see if he does a little bit of a fake to the right, little play action right, and brings it back with Eichmann to the left side.
They will go on 4th down and goal from the 2. The toss to the right, Sindelar shoveling his way in for the touchdown. He met Malati head on and pushed him back in for 6.
Not only that, they took care of Karsten Malati up front there also, Kevin, and he's been tough here in this first quarter up on that line, but they shoved him out of the way and took it right on down, and again, Travis Malati a little late coming on over.
Say there's a few happy Bobcat fans after that touchdown. 7:09 remaining in this first quarter, and they'll go for 2. The toss on the left side, working towards the goal line is Miles Danley, and he's stopped short. Danley does not get in, and so Bloomfield holds them without the 2, but with 7:09 remaining in the first quarter, Howells draws first blood, leading it 6-0, and let's watch the score again.
Quick snap. Good block right there. Who was that? I tried to get a number on that. Young man could not see that number, but a great block up inside there. It probably was Brkacek. It should have been Brkacek the way it looked there. But again, a nice block to get him turned, get that defender turned to the inside, and this gave the ball carrier a chance to run it, just scoot on in there. Nice, really nice job.
Larry Putney is standing by down on the field with a report. Larry?
Well, guys, that call obviously made by Mike Spears, as you said, and he's really one of the bright young coaches in the state of Nebraska. He coached in Hanover, Kansas for a while, then went to Hyannis for 1 year and decided to get out of coaching. He said he was living in Lincoln, out of coaching, not sure what he wanted to do. And while living in Lincoln, he went to the state basketball tournament. He said, I saw the atmosphere at a state high school event, and I knew I had to get back into coaching. And boy, it's been great for coaching because Mike Spears is certainly one of the great young coaches here in the state of Nebraska.
I got a lot of respect for Mike Spears. Adrian and I both are living here in Lincoln, and we're neither one are sure what we want to do. So good for Mike Spears. He figured it out. 6-0. Howells will kick it away. And moving upfield with it for Bloomfield, it's Jeff True. True with some running room. And True across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And a first down coming up for the Bloomfield Bees. Jeff True, good kickoff return.
Really was, Kevin. 6'2", 185, moving pretty well upfield. He kind of thought about taking it to the outside, saw the congestion there, and then saw a little bit of a lane and a lot of room to the inside, and that's where he went and got it up towards midfield.
31-yard line is where they'll spot it. First down for Bloomfield. And an official timeout. Now we're ready to go. The first look at quarterback Matt Hansen. He's under center in the eye for Bloomfield behind it. They give to his tailback Travis Malati. First play from scrimmage, and Malati is going to go for 6. Travis Malati will score.
Oh my!
49 yards for Malati, and just like that, it's all even at 6.
You saw the speed, you saw the quickness, and you saw the ability to read it very, very fast right at the line of scrimmage. He had a nice block up front there by the fullback. And then it was off to the races. Brian Frank, the fullback up there, led it up into the hole. And Malati just smokes it. My goodness.
His 47th rushing touchdown of the year. And now Bloomfield will go for 2. Malati again on the toss. Runs into some trouble and runs into the Howells Bobcats. Brakacic in there on the stop along with Justin Musney. So it stays 6-6.
Malati took that football on that touchdown run, Kevin, and he thought about going to the outside, but he read it very quickly. A good block by Hurston Malati. He cut right to the inside of that, and then back, number 60 there, right there. You see him, look at that block right there. He cuts it off. Carson's right there on the ground, and now it's off to the races, and actually it's no race.
No.
Tremendous speed, quickness, and goodbye.
Outran Matt Eichmeyer, the cornerback and quarterback for the Howell Bobcats, to the end zone. It's nice that Travis Malati could live up to the hype that we gave him at the very beginning of the broadcast. NETV sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco Free Nebraska, for a great state of health. Tie game 6-6 with 6:53 remaining first quarter. Kickoff trickling into the end zone, and it'll be another touchback out to the 15-yard line.
And Kevin, while it was not pretty at all, it got the job done. It got past anybody that could field it and get it upfield. They got it into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback. And it'll start the Bobcats out back again right at the 15-yard line.
First down and 10, 15-yard line. And Howells ready to go. They took a long, methodical approach to their score. Bloomfield with the quick strike, one play for the touchdown. Eichmeyer to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Eric Weeman, and Weeman, after about a 4-yard gain to the, I'll give it a 3-yard gain to the 18-yard line. That's all he'll get.
Weeman, the tight end, over on that right side over there. And this is just a quick 3-step drop. You really, in this brand of football and this speed of football, you don't want to really have a lot of long times back there as far as drop back goes. Here's the play.
On the toss, Sindelar sweeping the left side and tripped up from behind by Chase Rohr, who got in there first on it.
That was a great play.
Yeah.
He came on the blitz that time, stepped over a blocker, and then moved the feet to the right very, very quickly and made the tackle. That was a tremendous job by Chase Rohr.
Not easy to do all that in the span of about 5 seconds, which is how long that play took.
And you better be ready to go as soon as they get to the ball and that quarterback goes under center. You better be ready. Boom.
3rd and 5. They'll throw over the middle. Complete. Weeman popped and drilled down hard by Travis Malati. Going to be very close to the first down, but boy, Malati brought the wood on this hit.
See 32, bottom of your screen now. Now watch this. Right into it. Form tackle. Straight up. Great job. No advancement after the ball is caught. Again, trying to draw that defensive line up. The blitz was on that time, and Malati was back there as at the safety doing what he needs to do. Here's a play.
Sindelar again. Tripped up, looked like by his own man. Brkacek down on the ground blocking, and Sindelar, I think, got a foot caught in his arm.
Gain of 3 on the play, brings up 2nd down at 7.
Sindelar, who had 157 yards on 36 carries last week in the 2-point win over Humphrey St. Francis. Mike Spears told us before the game, I believe for a back to be really effective, he's got to get at least 20 to 25 carries a game. Expect Sindelar to get more than that tonight. Play fake. They'll throw it back to Sindelar on the left side. And tripped up in the backfield. Nice play again by Chase Rohr.
Boy, he is all over the field, Kevin. That ball, well done. That play, well done, well executed. But Chase Rohr, again, puts a big hitch into this play. You see here a sprint out to the left side there, and then a throwback, and they tried to set up the screen pass over there. Some pretty good blocks, but Rohr gets it, again, from the inside. There he is, 24. Excellent speed, excellent quickness to get to the ball, get to the flat, get to the ball carrier.
26-yard line, 3rd and 9 for Howells. Tie game 6 apiece here, late first quarter. Eichmeyer to throw on 3rd down, lofting it out, and just incomplete. Eric Weeman popped free. The ball was there, and it looked like Weeman just lost it through the hands. Earlier tonight, we talked with Howells head coach Mike Spears about his quarterback Matt Eichmeyer.
Yeah, you know, he really has. We knew coming into this year that he would probably do a good job. He started a couple games for us last year when our quarterback was hurt, and he's got the bloodline, you know, the Eichmeyer name up in there. They're great athletes, and he's come through for us real well.
What is your team's strength?
4th and 9 from the 26-yard line, and a punt on the way. It's a low line drive kick, and Bloomfield, it trickles out of bounds, went right off of the foot of Curtis Beckman, and Beckman, fortunate, it caromed towards the sideline and out of bounds.
He's lucky that the coverage wasn't a little bit quicker downfield, because again, as we all know, that is a free ball, and if it touches you and skitters away, you got problems on your hands, and fortunately it goes out of bounds, and Bloomfield will start right about their 13.
1st down and 10 from there. Malati, 1 carry, 49 yards and a touchdown. See if he gets the feed again. 1st down and 10, 13-yard line. Malati, the single setback. Little problem getting the ball from center for Matt Hansen. He gave it to Malati, and no running room. Picks up a yard to the 14. And the offense for the Bloomfield Bees, Matt Hansen at quarterback, Brian Frank and Travis Malati, the backs, Jeff True, Chase Rohr, the ends for the Bees. Offensive line, Matt Dorr, Kelly Smith in the middle, and Karsten Malati, the left guard. 2nd down and 8. And an equipment problem forces a Bloomfield substitution. Brian Frank in now. And the officials stop the clock to get that straightened out. 2nd and 8. And movement before the snap. And our first penalty of the night.
Movement on both sides that time, Kevin, and we'll see how they sort it out here. Looks like the offense is the one backing off. And they will mark it off. Here we go.
Tom Hoffman of Lincoln, the referee tonight. As he makes the 5-yard mark off.
Here you see that line move. The left guard over there moved. And then there was an individual, one of the black shirts over there on the left side, just moved a bit. Maybe he saw that, or maybe the alignment on the other side moved. Not sure, but The paramount move was there in the white jersey.
2nd and 13 from the 10. Malati gets the carry. And oh, what a hit laid on him by Justin Musney. Smacking Malati to the ground. Let's look at the defensive line for Howells. Tom Bloom, Jared Brokachik, and Michael Byer along the line for Howells. Backs and linebackers, Dan Sindelar, Matt Eichmeyer, Brian Recker, Eric Weeman, and Justin Musney, who just laid that big stick on Travis Malati moments ago.
The leading tackler for the Bobcats, Musney.
Had 12 tackles last week in their semifinal win. 3rd down, 13. The give is to Malati on the delay, and Malati stopped well shy of the first. Eric Weeman got him around the ankles, and Bloomfield 6 yards shy of a first down.
Bloomfield trying to set that play up to look like a pass play, maybe even a screen play to the right side over there, but it's setting it up to look like a pass play. And then at the very last moment, the quarterback just sticks the ball into Malati's midsection, and away he tries to go. But they diagnosed the play. It'll bring on the punt.
Jeff True, the punter. Line drive. Recker catches it at the 25. Recker with a little wall down that sideline. Recker has some running room and banged out of bounds at the 15-yard line. True, the punter, was the last man standing between Recker and the goal line.
That punt, a low line drive, as Kevin called it, and Recker had about 15 yards on the return before any of the Bloomfield players got up to midfield. So he was primed and ready to go by the time he got right there. And so now, if it's not for True, he's gone. But a good job by the punter, True, to come over and make the hit and save the touchdown.
Spotted at the 17-yard line. First down, the toss to Sindelar. Tripped up a yard past the line of scrimmage at the 16 for the Bobcats of Howells.
Quite a matchup going on down there between number 75 for Howells, Jared Brokachik, and also number 60, Karsten Malati for Bloomfield. They both line up there on the same side. And a nice little battle going on down there.
2nd down and 9. 16-yard line. Sindelar again on the toss. Sindelar driven out by Malati at the 10-yard line. Good gain of 6, leaves him 3 yards shy of the first. And Sindelar, aids slow to get up on the side.
Slow to get up over there, Kevin. And Musney, a nice block on the edge over there on number 24, Chase Rohr. As Sindelar slow getting up, but he is getting up, and hopefully he will be okay. He'll move it around and try to keep things warm and moving right there. There you see Malati.
One advantage, I guess, that you could say for Howells is they do have a little depth at the tailback spot. Miles Danley checks in. He was actually the 2nd leading rusher on the year, 814 yards rushing. He comes in now to take the place of Sindelar on 3rd and 3 from the Bloomfield 10. Give up the middle to Byer. Byer working hard for extra yardage. He'll have the first at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for Howells.
Rushed for 438 yards this year, and this one he just takes right up the gut. And he comes up short about 4. Nice job up front there by the offensive line, Tom Baum and Musney.
1st down and goal from the 4. Eichmeyer on the keep, trying to spin away. He cannot get away from Brian Frank, who spins him down at the 3. Under a minute remaining in this first quarter. Tie game, Bloomfield and Howells for the D1 state championship. Mike Spears, the head coach of Howells, looking on, hoping to duplicate the feat of a year ago, a state championship for Howells. 2nd and goal for the Bobcats from the 3. Danley in motion. Eichmeyer trying to go around the right side, and he'll find no running room at all. Again, good penetration up front by Bloomfield.
Brian Frank, the guy you're talking about right there, number 36, was there almost on the snap. You see him coming right through, right there. And then his teammates finish it up over there along with Karsten Malati. But Brian Frank, so quick off the snap. and almost gets the tackle for a loss.
Colin Crouch also getting in on that play. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. 3rd and goal coming up for the Howells Bobcats when we start quarter number 2 after 1 quarter of play. Bloomfield and Howells tied at 6.
Funding for this program is provided in part by Tobacco-Free Nebraska, a campaign created to educate Nebraskans about health risks associated with tobacco use.
Secondhand smoke is more than annoying. It seriously affects thousands of Nebraskans, smokers and non-smokers, with over 4,000 chemicals and cancer-causing toxins. Secondhand smoke is a first-rate killer.
Events that happen across the globe affect you. Keep up to date with the latest international issues. I'm Daljit Dhaliwal. Join me weeknights at 10 p.m. Central for World News for Public Television on Nebraska ETV2.
The Bloomfield Bees with their cheering section in full force tonight in the Class D1 State Championship game along with Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney. I'm Kevin Kugler. Glad you're with us tonight from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln for the D1 State Championship.
Great to see all those people, Kevin, in shirt sleeves.
Isn't that nice?
Instead of parkas.
It is November, isn't it?
Yes.
Middle November, no less. 3rd and goal from the 4. The give to Byer. Byer to the end zone. Touchdown for Howells. Michael Byer getting in for 6. And the Bobcats regain the lead.
Again, going on that quick snap, and they take it over Brakacic, that is, and Weeman. Tom Bob, the center, also in on the blocking action to the right side, and then it was just a lot of power up in there by Byer. Michael Byer, 205 pounds.
And now Howells will try for 2. The toss to Danley. He's in for 2 points, and Howells now leads by 8, 14-6, with 11:57 remaining in the first half.
And that Howells team is quick off the football, aren't they? They get up to the ball. They don't waste any time. I don't know that you need to worry about audibles at the line of scrimmage with the Howells Bobcats football team. They get up, that center gets on the ball, quarterback gets under there, boom, they're gone. And that time they just drilled it. Danley wasting no time to take it in the end zone for 2 points.
Normally that'd be a chilly proposition. Tonight, not that bad. The Nebraska State High School Football Championships on NETV Sports, made possible in part by the financial contributors to Nebraskans for Public Television. You too can help support your statewide network and become a member of NPTV by calling toll-free 800-634-6788. You can also join NPTV over the internet. Log on to our network website at net.unl.edu, click membership, and follow the prompts. If you enjoy our high school sports coverage, help keep it on television and join NPTV tonight. Justin Brester will kick it away for Howells. And Brester will send it into the end zone. Bloomfield out to the 15. Seen some good kickoffs tonight from both of these teams.
You betcha, Kevin. Again, you eliminate returns when you do exactly what you just saw there, and we've seen that happen. That punt return evidence of what happens when you get the ball to a good returner. You get it upfield, you get it down, but again, kickoffs and punts, you try to either kick it in the zone or kick it away from their returners, and that's what's happened on the kickoffs.
Travis Malati already 58 yards rushing in this first half and the touchdown. But Howells leads it 14-6. First down and 10 for Bloomfield. Snap juggled and movement forward, but not a lot of running room inside. And a new quarterback in for Bloomfield. It's Trevor Kettleson, 5'11", 170-pound sophomore. No word as to any problem with Matt Hansen. But Trevor Kettleson now in at quarterback for Bloomfield. 2nd and 8. Give up the middle, and not a lot of running room for Brian Frank. Driven back again. Musney and Byer there on the stop.
Well, there you saw another little bit of a problem on the execution of the play. You saw the new quarterback in there, Kettleson, having a problem with the first exchange, and now, maybe a little bit of jitters out there. Trevor Kettleson is a sophomore, 5'11", 170.
Well, there's Matt Hansen. He appears to be okay just from looking at the back of his head. Interesting move.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6 from the 19-yard line. Kettleson on the option, nowhere to go. He tried to fake. There wasn't anybody to fake to, and Brkacek was right there to bring him down.
Yeah, I thought maybe for a moment he was going to try to fake to Brkacek for a second there, but Jared Brkacek all over him on the play. No chance at all. He gets around the block very quickly, and Kettleson has no chance whatsoever. Look at that. Just number 75 just took that guard and just flipped him right to the ground. And then it's off to the races for the quarterback.
Time to punt it away. Jeff True. It's off a high kick. Recker will take it at the 35. Recker, not a lot of running room this time, and he's driven down right at the 36-yard line. In on the stop for Bloomfield, number 37, Trevor Kettleson. Be sure to join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time for the Class C2 championship game as the Lawrence Nelson Raiders take on the Hartington Cedar Catholic Trojans. We have complete coverage of all the 2001 Nebraska State High School football championship games right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports. Eichmeyer's still in at quarterback for Howells, and the pitch to Danley. Danley sheds one tackle and gets 9 yards over that right side. Good second effort after initial contact for Miles Danley.
Boy, they don't, in terms of a lot of complication in their offense, Kevin, talking about Howells, there isn't any. It's just toss it to the right, toss it to the left, maybe run a little bit of a trap here and there. But, man, they just rely on that quickness and that speed to get it going, and usually they do get it going.
2nd down and a yard. Up the middle, Byer. And he's very close to it. I don't know if he got it, though. Brian Frank got in the backfield and wrapped him up.
Looks like he did. No, they moved it back a little bit. We're going to have a measurement here in a moment.
After the move back, looks a little short from our angle.
It does.
We will find out as they stretch the chains.
I think you got it.
Boy, very close. They'll examine it, and it is a first down. Tom Hoffman got out the magnifying glass and checked that one out, and it was just a first.
That may be the longest one I've ever seen right there, but again, it was that close. But the spot, he had made good progress, but the spot came back a little bit short of that progress, and in spite of that, made the first down.
Howells with that 14-6 lead. 9:20 remaining first half. Eichmeyer fakes the toss and now will throw down the sideline, and it's intercepted. Malati has intercepted it, and Malati brought down at the 19-yard line. Travis Malati, his 9th interception of the year.
And Kevin, he read that so well. He was not faked out at all by that fake toss sweep. You see him there at the top of the screen, just getting a good drop on the ball, and then as soon as he saw the ball in the air, excellent break to the football. Great hands. This kid's a player. This kid is a real football player. All-state player last year, should be this year.
Good play by Weeman.
Look at that.
To keep Malati from getting anywhere. He hung on for dear life.
Well, you got to become a defender. Most of the time, the guy that makes the tackle on an intercepted pass is the intended receiver. So, nice job by Weeman to get to it, Kevin, and get it done. But, again, Malati just well done in terms of reading the play, reacting to the play, and then having the ability to execute the play.
Don't miss any TV sports coverage of NCAA women's basketball as we present the Time Warner Challenge this Sunday at 4:30. It's an in-state battle as the Nebraska Cornhuskers host the Creighton Blue Jays live from the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln. We'll have complete coverage exclusively on our cable network, NETV2, live at 4:30 this Sunday. It's the Time Warner Challenge on NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports.
And what makes it so significant in a play like that, Kevin, is that, this Howells team is pretty much bang, bang, bang. And so you've got to really be alert in terms of trying to react to the pass play.
Sure.
And that's what Malati did right there. And really on his toes. So nice work, and he's going to get a chance now to run with the football. Let's see how that happens.
Kettleson still in at quarterback for the Bloomfield Bees. On 1st and 10 from the 19. Give up the middle, ball loose on the play, and it's picked up by the Bobcats. The ball popped free, and Recker pounces on it. Howells with a big break, the first big break of the game.
Huge break, and again, a lot of mayhem up in the middle there. See if we can get a good look here, see if who caused this thing. And I don't know that he had a handle on it when he went into the pile there, Kevin. He looked like he was moving it forward a little bit. Didn't have good control, and then, of course, I saw 75 around the pile there, and I don't know if he had a hand in it or not, but I wouldn't be afraid to
go out on a limb on that one.
To think that, righto.
First down and 10, 22-yard line. Danley trying to get around the corner, had his foot slip out from underneath him, and he gains a yard. Let's go down on the sidelines to Larry Putney. Larry?
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm here with Randy Jacobowski, who was injured in the second game of the year, an ACL. It was actually an old injury.
Yeah, it was.
Averaging 140 yards per game when you went down, but you have a couple guys behind you who played pretty well.
Oh, yeah. We got some really good guys, like Dan Sinlar and me, right away at the start of the year. Me and him were going to be trading off and on, and then Danley kind of got added in there because Sinlar was out right at the start of the year because in our, we have a game every year, our soap scrimmage that we played before the season, and Dan Sinlar twisted an ankle in that, and then Miles Danley, after I got hurt, then he had to step up and take the job.
You guys were just kind of rotating in there. I guess the good news is you're just a junior.
Yeah, that's pretty key for me, so hopefully I'll be back next year.
He'll be back for one more year, and guys, they'll have a lot of guys back. 4 of the top 6 offensive players underclassmen.
Well, might want to save our notes on this one then, Abe. They may be back next year.
Just 3 seniors on this ball club, and Brakacic really getting the most of the playing time amongst the senior class.
3rd down and 5 for Howells from the 17 of Bloomfield. Eichmeyer on the option, and he will not get the first down. Malati got him around the ankles. Looked like, again, he was going to have an opening to get that first, and Malati said, no, sir.
Again, so quick to the football. There he is, number 32. Hopefully he'll have a chance to continue his football career as he moves along. Travis Malati, he is a senior, 6'1", 190 pounds. And, Kevin, I got to think he's got an opportunity somewhere to take his abilities.
Some teams maybe at the Division II level might have their eye on him. 4th down and 2. Howells will go. Danley on the toss, and he won't get it. Malati again. Guess who? Travis Malati in there, knifing in to make the stop, but Howells is turned away.
You know, when we talked to the coaches before the game, we visited with head coach Gary Walling, and we said, tell us about, your offense and who's the leader, Malati. Tell us about your defense, who's the leader, Malati. Tell us about who drives Malati.
He was kind of apologetic about it, too.
And we can see why. What a tremendous player.
1st down and 10 from the 13. Kettleson on the handoff to Malati. Across the 15 to the 16-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bees.
Tackle by number 27, Justin Masty.
That play there showed you about responsibilities. Michael Bayer, or Bayer that is, his responsibility was the quarterback, and he stayed with the quarterback. Even though the ball was handed off to the inside, his responsibility was the quarterback. He took him and he popped him one. Let his teammates fulfill their job up inside.
2nd down and 7. Kettleson. The give again to Malati. And no running room. Stepped into the arms of Eric Weeman, who brings him down after a 1-yard pickup.
Tremendous tackle by Weeman there. 116 tackles on the year. And he just comes sailing in right here. See the block, he's being blocked even. He blocked in the back, I might add, and still able to make that play. Tough play by Weeman.
3rd down and 5 for Bloomfield from their own 18-yard line. Malati up the middle again, and he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Justin Musney, Dan Sindelar back into the game making the stop. Good to see Sindelar's return after limping off earlier. He's back out on the field, helps out on the stop.
Boy, he's got a serious case of eye black on there. Did you notice that? Oh, my word. Let's see if we get a shot of that.
The entire left side of his face appears to be painted. Punt time coming up. Jeff True standing back at the 10. High kick. Recker will take it, I should say, at the 30. Recker going over the right side. He's got some running room. Recker down the sideline. One man to beat. Cuts it back in. Tripped up at the 10-yard line. Second big return of the night for Brian Recker and Howells.
You know, Kevin, you draw up that play on the board. You practice that play. You try to set up that wall and watch it form here to the right side. You see a lot of black jerseys. We used to call it the picket fence. Look at them lined up here, right along the line there. And Recker, again, I think he's going to make it here. If Musty can get that block, but I think Recker just lost his footing again. And otherwise, he probably takes it on into the end zone. But again, he gives his team the ball just right there at the 11-yard line.
1st down and 10 from there. Eichmeyer on the toss. Danley sweeping that left side. Cannot get away from guess who? Travis Malati again.
They're not going to have enough room on the tackle sheets here to record all this guy's tackles tonight. It's Howells right, Malati left. Howells left, Malati right. Howells up the middle, Malati up the middle.
He has been a busy back tonight. Time winding down 1st half. A very fast-moving 1st half, I might add. 4:44 and counting. Danley going up the middle. And Danley, good carry on 2nd down. Finally driven down inside the 5-yard line.
By none other than Travis Malati. 32. See him there lurking, waiting. And then he's right underneath it. He got him down low. His teammate.
Matt Hansen got him up high.
But again, the ball carrier gets the football down inside. Well, he's down inside the 3. Ball at the 2-yard line, just short of the 2.
They can get a first without getting a touchdown. 3rd down and a yard, 2 yards for a score. On 3rd down, up the middle it goes. Michael Byer working towards the goal line, stopped just shy of a touchdown, but he'll have a 1st down, and Howells will have 4 shots from about 3 feet away.
It's that old, hey, coach, the great news is we stopped them. The bad news is they got a 1st down.
They get 4 more shots at it.
They see Mike Spears, the head coach at Howells. Had a delightful time with him before the game. Good young man, great young man to visit with. And as Clary told you earlier on, one of the bright young coaches in this state.
We're just really excited to be here. That's fun to find a coach that likes being here. 1st and goal, Eichmeyer in for the score. Just as easy as that, the Howells Bobcats jump out to the 20-6 lead.
Right over Tom Baum and Jared Brkacek down there. Baum, the prime leader on the blocking up there, the center. And Brkacek helping out as Eichmeyer just tucks it in. And Howells continues to roll here in the 1st half.
And the Bobcats will go for 2 again. Out of the eye, Danley working over that left side, churning towards the goal line, and he's in for the 2. 22-6. Howells in the lead.
They just, as I said earlier on in the telecast, just grinding it out. Tough, quick, hard football, grinding it out, trying to mix in a pass every now and then. As again, the center, Tom Bloom over there. Brkacek on the left side, Masney. Just a surge right there. You see number 85 is the ball carrier, Danley, and he's so quick, Kevin. He's just tough, down there, and you only got one move inside the 5-yard line, and that's usually the only one you get. And again, you got to be quick down there to handle a guy like Damley. But wow, 22-6 here, 3:43 left.
Howells has taken advantage of some good field position in this first half. And Mike Spears has to be very happy with what he has seen from his team here in the first half tonight. Justin Brester ready to kick it away.
There is Travis Malati waiting. As we told you earlier on, here comes the kick.
And this kick, Malati will take it at the 2, fumbles the ball, it rolls to the 5, Malati picks it up and is down at the 7. Trouble from the very beginning. Eric Weeman brought him down at the 7-yard line. NETV sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. By NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco-Free Nebraska, for a great state of health. First down, Kettleson to throw. Incomplete for the Howells, for the Bloomfield Bees, I should say. Kettleson short on the pass to Brian Frank.
That time pressure on the outside by Michael Byer. Coming from the left, had his hands up, made that delivery by the quarterback a little bit more difficult and probably accounted for the problem on the other end over there. But again, Michael Byer, good pressure.
Kettleson in replacing Matt Hansen, who started tonight. Second down and 10 from the 7. Kettleson to give to Malati, and Malati with nowhere to go. Byer and Weeman combine on the stop. And Malati's thrown for a loss.
Kevin, what a play by Byer. I want to tell you, this was a major league play by Michael Byer, the end down there. That was going to be a trap around the end, and he just took it on and made the tackle.
Larry Putney standing by down on the sideline. Larry, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, you were wondering about the quarterback, and sophomore Trevor Kettleson, who's in there right now, that you see right there. He is just in a natural rotation with Matt Hansen. I talked to one of the coaches who said, yeah, Hansen's been bothered by a little bit of an ankle injury, but nothing that would keep him out of the game. This is just kind of their natural rotation.
So Kettleson in on 3rd and 13 from the 4-yard line. He'll throw out of his own end zone. Down the sideline he goes, looking for Malati, and it's well out of bounds and incomplete. So Kettleson comes up empty on 3rd down and long, and that'll bring up a 4th down, and Bloomfield's going to have to punt from their own end zone.
And once again, Michael Byer trying to get to the quarterback, again putting pressure. Took a route to the outside, then came back to the inside. Kettleson delivering the ball high and, well, frankly, out of bounds. No chance at all for that to be a successful play.
And now Jeff True will punt to Brian Recker. Recker's had 2 big returns already tonight. True, it's a short line drive again. Recker will take it on one hop. Trying to get the corner. Recker cannot get away from Chase Rohr. And Howells will set up shop on the 31-yard line of Bloomfield. Become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television over the internet. Just log on to our network website, net.unl.edu, click membership, and fill out the needed information. If you appreciate our statewide sports coverage, become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television at net.unl.edu.
And Kevin, with 2:33 left here in the first half, and the ball at the 31-yard line of Bloomfield, Howells another great opportunity to put one up.
And Eichmeyer will throw on 1st down. He's got a man out there. It is caught by Recker down to the 2-yard line.
Recker beating Matt Dennis to the corner over there. Crossing pattern from the left. Caught the defense by surprise. There he is delivering the ball. Very nice throw right up the seam, and Recker's got him by about 2 steps. You saw Matt Dennis, 27, following on the play. And just like that, Howells is back there at the door.
Tell you what, for a team that doesn't throw the ball very much, that was a heck of a pass by Eichmeyer.
They throw it efficiently and effectively is what they do.
Knee down at the 3 is where Howells will start first down and goal from there. The give up the middle. Byer in for the score. Howells pouring it on here at the end of the first half.
Taking it over that right side over there behind Brikacek and Weeman. They've had good success running the football behind those two guys. Also up over the center, Tom Bloom. And they do it again. And they'll probably continue to do it in the second half as they just move and move and move. And they get so quick and so fast off the football. And then, as you said, Kevin, all of a sudden here comes that nice little pass. The big surprise. It gains a lot of yards.
Howells 11-1 on the year. Their loss in game number 2 of the season, 51-6 to Humphrey St. Francis. They were able to avenge that loss last week in the state semifinals. 4-2, Danley working over the right side, loses the football, and it falls out at the bottom of the pile. The 2-point conversion incomplete. No good. And Mike Spears will have to be content with a 28-6 lead with 2:16 remaining in the first half. Let's watch that touchdown run again from Byer.
Just simply power, and that's Brikacek right out ahead of him. You saw that block, and that's what he was looking for. Right there at the bottom of your screen. And I beg your pardon, that's also Weeman. Weeman on the block. But Brikacek also a good block inside. The right side of that line, a favorite spot for the Howells running backs.
Yeah, you get the impression they like running behind Brikacek a little bit. They've done it a lot tonight.
You bet. And also, Kevin, Weeman, Eric Weeman, 207-pound junior, also a good block up there to run the defender out.
There's Brikacek.
Brikacek, he's pumped, he's ready.
Getting pumped up again. Coaches are fired up too.
Kevin, you were talking about the serious cases of eye black. You see it there in the background. Right over the one
Dan
that coach.
Sindelar right there.
Yeah, he's got a serious case of eye black.
2:16 remaining in this first half. And Justin Brester will kick it away. Malati catches it in the end zone, and out to the 15-yard line we go. First down and 10 for the Bloomfield Bees. And Kettleson remains in at quarterback for Bloomfield, trailing 28-6 with 2:16 remaining in this first half.
You saw Malati's reaction. He wanted to run the football out of the end zone. You can't do it in high school football. It's an automatic touchback. Once it crosses the plane of the goal line, the whistle blows and the ball comes out. Now in college you can run it out if you elect to. And we have seen that happen a time or two. But not very often when you're 3-4 yards deep in the end zone. Unless you're an adventurous spirit and you like the coach's wrath.
Most times it does not work. Kettleson looks to throw over the middle. He's got True. The catch is made and a first down for Bloomfield across the 25-yard line to the 27. 12-yard pickup on first down.
Brikacek right in the middle. Watch this move. Swings the arm up over the center. Back picks him up, and he's fighting him, but just not able to quite get there. True makes the catch, and Recker, the safety, pulls him down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half. 28-6 Howells. Trying to run the option. Kettleson goes nowhere. Michael Byer there on the stop.
And Byer picking up the old, there it is right there, the black shirt bones. You know where he's been watching a little bit of football, but Byer just beats everybody on the edge. You saw the frustration. Number 62, Colin Crouch in the offensive line, just frustrated as all get out with that play because he was there. He's trying to peel back and pick him up. Didn't happen. Byer went right around him and got the quarterback.
Does Byer have to pay a copyright fee for using the bones?
Good question. Good question. We'll check that out.
Kettleson to throw on second down and overthrowing the intended receiver Travis Malati down the sidelines.
Kevin, they are black shirts, so I think he can probably use it at least for the state championship game.
Well, he's doing it on Nebraska's home field. They are wearing black shirts. Yeah, I guess that'd be okay.
He has really played a great football game for the Bobcats here tonight. Michael Byer.
Couple of rushing touchdowns and some big plays defensively as well. Third down and 12. 1:14 to play first half. Kettleson to throw. Over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. And a big chance to score again, and it will be a touchdown for Matt Eichmeyer. Eichmeyer in for the score, but a flag down at the 31-yard line.
And I think it's going to be on the defense. That was a reaction from Malati. I think Malati was simply either tackled or he was knocked down with the ball in the air. And we'll see what the call is here. It was pass interference as signaled by the referee, Tom Hoffman. The ball was intended for Malati right over the middle, and he went to the turf as the ball was arriving. Somebody grabbed him from the side or from the back and pulled him down, and that left Eichmann. Well, there you see it right there. He got the block.
Banged into by Musney, I believe.
Justin Musney.
Some reaction from the Howells side as the replay is shown on the Husker Vision screens. They didn't like the call. But it will stand, and it moves the football up to midfield. And a big break for Bloomfield because that touchdown stays on the board. Very difficult to come back.
Yeah, the lights are dimming at that point.
First down and 10 from the 40. Kettleson, the inside handoff, and forget about it. Brikacek was right there, and no running room at all for Malati.
All district last year. He'll be that this year, and probably all state. Brikacek, Jared Brikacek, 216 pounds. He's had some interest from teams like Chadron State and Wayne State. He also has had some inquiry about perhaps walking on at Nebraska if he can maybe put on 35 or 40 pounds. So Brikacek just playing a whale of a football game. The left side of that line with Musney and Brikacek in the middle. Kevin doing a tremendous job here tonight.
He is swimming right past Zach Milliken, the center, with that swim move we saw earlier. 2nd and 14. Play fake. Kettleson to throw. Got his man out there. It's Rohrer, and Rohrer makes the catch at the 14-yard line. 12 seconds remain, but a flag is down again, and it's going to be a penalty against Bloomfield. Take it off the board.
Reaction by Kettleson. He can't believe it. Probably a hole back there. Their coach, Gary Walding.
An unhappy coach.
Unhappy, but keeping it under control, keeping his poise. Good to see. As they will mark it off against the guys in the white shirts.
And if you're a Bloomfield Bees fan, that's very disappointing. That was the biggest play of the night. Saved that first touchdown run, the only touchdown run from Malati. And it would have been a big confidence boost for the quarterback, Kettleson.
We've seen penalties now, Kevin, here on 2 very close occasions. Take away a touchdown on that intercepted pass, and now this long completion by Bloomfield would have given them the ball down around the 15-yard line, perhaps 10-yard line, right in there. And that goes way back now.
Clock running. Be the final play of the first half. Kettleson complete to True, and True lunges out of bounds with 3 seconds left. Good play by True. Saves another play for the Bees.
You bet. Give them an opportunity to strike one more time, and again, you're going to see plays like that. If you're intent on scoring, you're going to see plays to the outside to make sure the receiver gets that ball within a yard or two of the sideline so he can get out of bounds. 3 seconds. See what happens here.
3rd down and 12. Kettleson in trouble, and down he goes. Down he goes again, and guess who? Jared Brikacek.
He is so quick off the line, and that time the offensive center, Zach Milliken, slamming the turf in disgust that he was not able to hold him out.
Brikacek has been a one-man wrecking crew for the Howells Bobcats defensively tonight, and halftime is here. They lead it 28-6 over the Bloomfield Bees. Larry Putney standing by with head coach of Howells, Mike Spears.
Well, Coach, Brian Recker really set you up nice a couple of times and giving you terrific field position.
Yeah, we really felt coming in that he was, we were going to be able to get some good punt returns, and with his speed, we were hoping we might break one or two, and we came close. In second half, maybe we'll get one.
That's one of the stories. The other story is the job your defense has done.
Oh, they've just done it all year, and people have been underrating our defense all year. God, those kids just play with so much heart and so much desire, and you can't really judge that, but man, they get after it.
Best of luck second half.
Thank you.
Well, a happy head coach. His team goes into the locker room with a 28-6 lead over the Bloomfield Bees. Plenty coming up at halftime at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. We'll return to the Class D1 state championship game in just a moment.
Programming on the Nebraska ETV network is made possible in part by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
It's the value of responsive customer service to make healthcare simple. It's the value of a statewide network of doctors and hospitals to make healthcare accessible. It's the value of a plan that works to make healthcare practical. That's the value of Blue. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
The Blues are good.
And a good value.
For you.
This program is made possible by the Nebraska Public Power District and your local public power utility.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District and your local public power utility.
Child's window to the world. What will they see?
Support Nebraska ETV by visiting our website at net.unl.edu. This is your Nebraska ETV network.
We done up here for the halftime, or we got somebody coming in?
Howells leading Bloomfield 28-6 here at halftime in the Class D1 State High School Football Championships. It's been plenty of Howells ground attack and plenty, Adrian Fiala, of Howells' great run defense tonight.
Great run defense. Kevin Michael Beyer and Jared Brkacek in particular have really done a great job on the Howells defense, that left side, shutting the offense down, Bloomfield offense.
That's been a tremendous first half for Howells. Larry Putney is standing by on the field with a special halftime guest. Larry?
Well, thanks, guys. I'm down here with a group from Arlington High School. They were part of a grant given out this year by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Tobacco Free Nebraska gave out 4 $100,000 grants to high schools from across the state of Nebraska. The high schools applied for the grants, and then whoever submitted the best proposal actually got the $100,000 grants, and one of those schools was Arlington, and I'm joined here by the high school sponsor, Shauna Koger. Also on my right, Kayleen Lever and Sarah Coley, students at the high school. First, we'll start with you, Shauna. Talk a little bit about what was in your when you submitted your application for the grant. What did you include that you were going to do to help stop smoking in Nebraska?
Basically, we were going to use the media as a means to get information out to students. We were going to supply packets to all the Class C schools so they would have information that they could use in the classroom and in their community.
Well, let's talk to the girls a little bit because they had a lot to do with it as well. Let's talk about this website real quick. I logged on today, I got to tell you, and pretty impressive. And who came up with the name?
Actually, Mrs. Koger came up with the name Kickash.
.com.
Yeah, kind of catchy, so hopefully people go there.
Why don't you show people your back of your shirt? There you see kickash.com. So you log on tonight, check it out. Why did you think it was important to get a grant like this?
Well, 39% of Nebraska teens use tobacco, and that's a large number, and you can see it throughout our community, and we knew that it was a problem that we've seen, so we figured a grant like this would be perfect to help them out.
So if I was a student and I was, thinking about smoking or was smoking, what do you tell me?
Don't do it. I mean, you have to understand the risks behind it and everything. Like in the long run, it's really not worth it. You may seem cool now, but you're really, Yeah, people can tell you not to do it, but we hopefully want to give you the information and the facts. Like 1 in every 4 deaths is smoking related. Like so many people are dying from smoking, and so you should tell them why they're dying. And it's not a good thing to start because who knows?
How have you been able to get the students involved at Arlington?
Well, we've actually gone through our FBLA chapter, which is Future Business Leaders of America, and there's 65 members in there, and we've assigned them jobs to do, and also they're more than willing to volunteer their time and everything. So it's not really like a drag for them to do it. They just, they're willing to do it. So
not a drag for them to do it. That's good. Was that a pun? That was really good. Kickash.com is really good, too. Talk about how has it been receptive throughout the school?
Oh, very well. We've had 2 assemblies. We had one last year and one this year. With one, we had speakers with some who are dying of smoking, and like specialists and a doctor come in, and they're really surprised by some of the facts. Then we had a media literacy guy come in a couple weeks ago, and he was great, and he had a lot of information about what tobacco commercials are really trying to tell you. And so many students and community members were really helpful and always wanted to hear what we had next. They're really very great response from them.
Some terrific special events you guys had as well. You had some speakers in, and you did the website. Have you spent all of your $100,000?
Almost. Recently, we're going to do commercials on KPTM and also like the billboards, which is also on the back of our shirts. And we'll be doing radio spots and keeping our website up and the billboards and everything. We're handing out packets, too, to hopefully get other schools involved, all Class D schools that have like CD-ROMs of information and pamphlets, so they can hand them out to their students also.
Well, that really is a terrific program. Congratulations on getting the grant, and congratulations on doing a great job with it once you've got it. Thanks very much. Hey, guys, we'll be back for more in the second half. Stay with us.
Funding for this program is provided in part by Tobacco-Free Nebraska, a campaign created to educate Nebraskans about health risks associated with tobacco use.
Secondhand smoke is more than annoying. It seriously affects thousands of Nebraskans, smokers and non-smokers, with over 4,000 chemicals and cancer-causing toxins. Secondhand smoke is a first-rate killer.
Science to me is about life.
It's about who we are. It's about who I am.
It's about the fish that are so deep in the ocean, I'll never see them.
It's about machines that do amazing things.
Than the people who build them.
Science is about the world.
It's about nature.
That's why I watch Nova.
Outdoor Nebraska. National Geographic.
On Nebraska ETV.
On Nebraska ETV.
On Nebraska ETV.
This month on PBS, look at life from a different perspective. You never know when it will surprise you. Life 360. Then, go where no tourist has gone before, inside the Vatican. And from those who have fought and fallen, these are their words. War letters on American experience. All this month on PBS.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is your Nebraska ETV Network.
Back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, 28-6. The Howells Bobcats leading over the Bloomfield Bees here at halftime. We are joined at halftime by the Assistant Director of the Nebraska School Activities Association and the man basically that has everything to do with putting this state football championship on. Well, maybe I'm building you up a little bit. Jim Angeli.
Build me up a little bit.
Jim Angeli joining us
right.
here at halftime. Jim, very, very much appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. This is certainly the culmination of an awful lot of work, though, for you and for your staff.
Yes, it is. I mean, if you really look at this whole process and how everything has gotten started, you know, we really started in about December of last year when we were assigned to put together the schedules for every high school in the state, and it's just nice to be able to get to you know, August when we can start practice, and then we can get to September and play some football games, and then get to this point ultimately through the playoffs, and then get to the state championship finals. It's really neat to be here at Memorial Stadium now.
There's always something, Jim, that always comes up around this time because you tend to start your board of control meetings around now, and everybody starts to say, well, I like this, but what can I do better? What's coming up maybe on the horizon for next year?
Well, I know actually the other day we had some schools come in that felt that they were good enough to be in the playoffs, and they just didn't quite make it this year. And so the next thing we may see, especially in classes C1, C2, D1, D2, would be the push to get the qualifying round back in. That would be the 9th week of the season. We would take 32 teams and then play those off again and get to the 16, then the round of 8, then 4, and then back here to the championships. But that probably won't happen until possibly 2004, because we have to set the schedules for the next 2 years, and we'll continue with this format.
There's always some debate that goes on. There are some purists in high school football that say, gosh, I'd really like those games to be at the home field of a team, or maybe on a neutral site somewhere, going all the way to Memorial Stadium. It's been a few years now since this started at Memorial Stadium. Do you hear much of those comments anymore?
I think we hear more and more positive comments about being here at Memorial Stadium. You know, when a kid can see himself on that big screen TV, mom and dad just get so excited over seeing that their son on the field here at Memorial Stadium. I think there's less and less emphasis or less and less call to bring it back to the home fields. You know, right now we're pretty lucky. We have tremendous weather right now for these football finals, but there have been years when it's been rainy, it's been slushy, it's been snowy, and the fields just take a beating. And the thing you want to do is have a great playing surface where you can give both teams, you know, equal treatment. You know, they can settle it and not have the field be a factor in it.
Well, the NSAA is busy all throughout the year, but there are certain weeks where it becomes extra busy. Last week, state volleyball tournament started. You got busy then. This weekend, 6 championship games in 3 days. Obviously, your office is buzzing right about now.
Yes, we are buzzing right now, but we're going to be able to get through with these championships. Take about half a week off there for Thanksgiving.
A whole half a week, wow.
A whole half a week off there for a couple days, and then we'll get right back into the state plate production championships. We'll have districts the following week, last week of November, and then I believe it's the 6th and 7th of December. We'll be in Kearney doing the state 1-act plays.
Jim, how much of your staff goes into this? How many people do you have working behind the scenes here?
Actually, everybody within our staff is working behind the scenes here. I mean, we had Laura Lee Cornelson, our receptionist, singing the national anthem before the ball game. Rex Jones, our football guy, who's the assistant director in charge of football, coordinates everything. Bill Lewis, our supervisor of officials, is here. Deb Velder, the other assistant director, she's here coordinating all the halftime activities. And then we've got our technology administrator uploading information onto the internet.
In other words, nobody gets time off during this weekend.
No.
Jim Angeli, assistant director of the Nebraska School Activities Association. Thanks so much for your time.
Sure.
Howells leading Bloomfield 28-6. We are at halftime of the D1 State Championship. Adrian Fiala and I will return in a moment to get you filled in and ready for the second half kickoff.
Programming on the Nebraska ETV network is made possible in part by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
It's the value of responsive customer service to make healthcare simple. It's the value of a statewide network of doctors and hospitals to make healthcare accessible. It's the value of a plan that works to make healthcare practical. That's the value of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
The Blues are good.
And a good value.
For you.
This program is made possible by the Nebraska Public Power District and your local public power utility.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District and your local public power utility.
Next time on Nature. Wildlife. You can't live with them, and these days it seems impossible to live without them. They're in our cars, in our homes, and in our face. But in this turf war, just who's invading whom?
Sunday night at 7 Central Time on Nebraska ETV. From Curriculum Connections to live webcasts, stay curious with net.unl.edu.
This is your Nebraska ETV network.
(28-6), Howells leading Bloomfield at halftime in the Class D1 State High School Football Championships. We're sitting here on the 6th floor of Memorial Stadium in the press box with the windows wide open. There's not a hint of a chill in the air. Adrian Fiala, this is a perfect night.
Kevin, I don't know how it could be any better, really. It's ideal to play ball. It's ideal to be in the stands. It's ideal to be anywhere outside as you take a look at where we are perched up right here in the TV booth and high above Memorial Stadium here, high in Memorial Stadium. But what a great night for it, a great night to get it done.
Oh, it's a beautiful night. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first half, dominated by a lot of Howells action as the Howells Bobcats jumped out to the big lead. Travis Malati,
49 yards on this run, just quick darting in, darting out, getting out to the outside, and bingo, he's in the end zone just like that. That first touchdown run, a 2-yard run by Dan Sindelar for Howells. And a couple of the highlights here in the first half. Again, our score 28-6. Howells in the lead, and we're about a minute and a half away from the second half here.
Larry Putney is standing by with a coach that's probably not as happy as the one he talked to earlier, Gary Walling of Bloomfield.
Well, Coach, as you finish up your discussion with your coaches down 28-6, what did you say to the players at half?
Well, we don't think we're out of the game. Some of the plays that turned into disasters were like 1 or 2 blocks from being there. And all we got to do is sustain our blocks a little bit better. I think we can give them a lot better second half.
What do you do to get Malati going?
Well, main thing is you got to sustain some of those blocks. He's playing his heart out, playing a heck of a game. We just got to help him out a little bit.
And special teams?
Yeah, that's a bad point right now. They caught us a couple of times on some really good punt returns, and we're picking it up.
Best luck in the second half. Thank you. Thanks, Gary.
Well, a coach obviously not as happy as what we saw from Mike Spears earlier. Earlier today, speaking of earlier, was the D2 state championship between Lewiston and Greeley. And seeing some of the highlights here of Lewiston and Greeley in action, this is Dion Parks, the quarterback for Lewiston, getting in for a score.
And you saw that play previously, Russell Gibson on the interception. This is Chris Williams, the quarterback, looking, and into the end zone.
That
completed.
Brought Greeley within 2. This is for 2-point conversion and a chance to send it into the second overtime. But the pass is too tall, and Lewiston wins the state championship earlier today in Class D2 over Greeley. And in that game, there was an injury, a major injury to Ben Ideas, at least it looked like at the time. Larry Putney, you've got an update on Ben Ideas' status?
Well, guys, I talked to Coach Woofter just about an hour before we went on the air tonight, and he said that Ben was checked out at Bryan LGH East. They did x-rays, and they found that really all he has is a concussion. He's a little shaky, he said, was a little groggy and had a pretty bad headache, but everything's going to be fine, and that's certainly terrific news for Ben Ideas.
Well, that's great news to hear. At the time, we were quite concerned about that. Let's take a look at the halftime numbers. Howells with the big lead on the scoreboard, not necessarily that dominant in the statistics, Aid.
Well, not necessarily, but then you throw in the return yardage, Kevin. They had 4 returns for 87 yards. They have a total then of accumulated yardage of 240 yards. Bloomfield has just 107 in total accumulated yardage. So, again, when you throw in the returns, again, you have a distinct advantage for Howells. Travis Malati, 10 carries, 63 yards on the evening.
Howells will kick it to Bloomfield first, so the Bees will have a chance to cut into that lead right away. And no chance at a return for Jeff True. The kickoff through the end zone for the touchback out to the 15-yard line. The Bees will come first down and 10 from there.
True back to return. Malati on the sidelines, giving him just a little bit of a break here before we get the action underway.
Matt Hansen back in at quarterback. Hansen, the senior, started, but Trevor Kettleson, the sophomore, played most of that first half. First down and 10. Unbalanced line for the most part, and the give goes up the middle for very little gain. Travis Malati, after his initial carry, found the running pretty tough going up against Howells, and no change on the first play of the second half.
Especially when you run into the guy that just made the tackle again, Jared Brokachik. You'll hear that name a lot here in the second half. He and Michael Bayer really a two-man wrecking crew up there for the Howells Bobcats in that defensive line.
2nd down and 8. 17-yard line for Bloomfield. Hansen wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, and Hansen will not be able to get away from Justin Musney. Musney met him head on and drove him back. Brokachik flushed him out.
Musney on the play. Good play by Tom Bloom also in on that action. And good coverage downfield by Brian Recker. Hansen looking downfield to that left side. But Recker had the coverage well intact on that left side and nowhere to throw the football. That's why Hansen had to run it.
3rd down and 7 for the Bees on their own 18-yard line. Hansen. Pressure comes. They set up the screen to Malati. Malati in trouble. Trying to get it back across the middle. He can't get anywhere. Oh, what a hit laid on him by Justin Musney at the end.
Almost looked like a pinball machine out there. People bouncing around all different kinds of ways. Well done, well executed, except now Malati's going to try to come back to the inside. Bloom contains the play. First hit there by number 27, Musney. And then a whole host of other black shirts come on board.
And again, a chance for Howells to get something done in the punt return game. They had great success in the first half. True gets a high punt away. Recker takes it at the 38. Gets away from 2 Bees, gets away from another. Recker trying to get to the sidelines. He cannot get away from Chase Rohr, but he's into Bloomfield territory, and that's where Howells will start their first drive of the night.
If he gets away from Chase Rohr, he's got about 4 blockers waiting for him down that sideline again, Kevin, and again the wall set up there. You have to rely on the speed and the quickness of the returner to get to the wall, and then once it's there, then you pick up your block. But he avoided 2 tackles, but just couldn't avoid that third one to get down that fence.
28-6, Howells leading Bloomfield. 9:53 remaining in the third quarter. We're back to Memorial Stadium in a moment. What's happened. Either we've moved to London or something is rolling in, either fog or smoke from somewhere, but we have a lot of haze around Memorial Stadium right now.
You know, Kevin, I thought it was smoke. Maybe it is fog, but it just seems that it's localized right here as we get it underway again here.
On 1st down and 10, the carry over the right side for Sindelar, and a pickup of about 3 for the Bobcat tailback.
Dan Sindelar, just 164 pounds, but he's very quick and very fast off the football. Tough to get a straight shot at. And he likes to run over there behind Weeman and Brokachik.
Eichmeyer, the quarterback, on 2nd and 6. On the fake, Eichmeyer rolling to the left side and gets about 2.5 before he's driven back by a host of Bees, led by Chase Rohr. Malati, of course, also in on the stop.
That fake toss to the right side, and then Eichmeyer just tucks it back and tries to cut it up inside, picks up a couple of yards, really tough yards, takes a couple of good pops in there, Rohr underneath it all. Coming back behind the blocking of Justin Musney and Brian Recker.
Howells leading 28-6. 3rd down and 4. Sindelar on the toss will not have the first down to the 25-yard line. But that's 2 yards shy of the first.
Sindelar, the ball carrier.
And it'll bring up a 4th down and 2 yards to go for Howells. That man, Gary Walling, the head coach of Bloomfield, hoping to get a stop here from his defense. 4th down and 2 yards to go. Eichmeyer on the toss to Sindelar over the left side, and he's very close to the first down. Very close.
It will depend on the spot.
I don't know. Judging by the spot, he may be a little short.
Looks short from here, from our vantage point. Again, that quick snap. They faked the blitz that time. The defense for Bloomfield faked the blitz. And it was just that power play to the left side. And Bloomfield had it pretty well handled. Here comes the sticks, and we'll see what happens here. Really did look short, Kevin.
Big measurement for Bloomfield. They need the stop. We'll get a good look at it right here. As they pull the chains, it is just a first down for Howells. Larry Putney's down on the sideline with a report. Larry?
Well, guys, Gary Walling won a state championship with Bloomfield back in 1992. He was an 11-man coach, obviously, and this is the first year he's gone to 8-man. And he talked about, before the game, how difficult it was to figure out defensing an 8-man offense. He said that's been the biggest struggle for him, and so that's when he met with Lawrence Nelson, head coach, over the summer to kind of exchange playbooks. And they met, and both teams are end up playing for state championships. And as you can see, Gary Walling, as you see in a little bit, Gary Walling's wearing a shirt that he's had. You see it there, that he's had on every football game Bloomfield has played since 1992. That was the year he won the state championship. That shirt right there, and believe me, when you get close, you can tell it's been worn every game since 1992. It is worn. He says he may retire it after tonight.
Has it been washed after every game?
It's been washed several times, but I don't think you can tell.
It's that new frayed look, Larry. It's that new frayed look that's popular now.
Yeah.
Eichmeyer on 2nd and 8. Brought down after a pickup of 2 by Matt Hansen. Well, the lucky shirt, not as lucky tonight for Bloomfield, at least to this point.
Kevin, you win it in 92, and you give it a go. They were runner-ups in 90, 91. They won it in 92, a runner-up also in 98. But he's trying. He's back here now. Going to try to give it a go again, but long ways to go right now. They're behind by 22 points here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd and 6 for Howells on the 19-yard line. The give was Byer on the right side. Byer down the sideline, banged out of bounds by Malati, but a first down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Howells.
Boy, what a block over there by Dan Sindelar. Watch 26 leading the play on the right side here. That block right there, and he just drills the corner coming up to help out and support. But Dan Sindelar, tremendous block to spring the ball carrier.
1st down and goal from the 7. The give is to Byer again. And Byer closer to the first down near the 2-yard line. Well, we have found out the mystery of the smoke, Adrian. The smoke is from the pottery kilns at Richards Hall on campus south of the stadium.
Well, I need a couple of cups. I'll be stopping by there on the way home.
They are making pottery as we speak. And apparently a lot of pottery because there's a lot of smoke. 2nd down and 2. Byer again gets the carry and nowhere to go. In fact, Byer thrown for a loss on the play. Making the tackle, number 36, Brian Frank.
Ball carry by number 22.
And he was there immediately. Got off the block, and the ball carrier just hit him right straight up on top of the helmet, and he put him right down, and no gain at all. 3rd down.
3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Right up the middle they go. Sindelar diving towards the goal line, and he's stopped about half a yard shy. He ended up moving into the end zone, but he was down before he got in.
Yeah, the knee hit down maybe about a yard away from the ball, from the end zone. It looked like number 27, Matt Dennis, was closing down in there. Whether or not he got a hand on him or not, he was closing down from the right side. And now it's 4th down, and You would think this team could pick up this amount of yardage very easily.
4th down and goal from the 1. Eichmeyer on the sneak. He's in for the score. And everything going the way of the Howells Bobcats tonight.
Well, he's found friends that he knows very well on the right side over there. The center, Tom Bloom, and Jared Brikacek over there. Kevin, we talked about him all night, and you just, you know, with those two guys, you can make a half a yard or a yard. He had to go to about a yard that time, and no problem whatsoever. Take the snap and make it quick and get it done. He did.
34-6 Howells, and they'll go for 2. Eichmeyer gives it off to Byer, trying to sweep the right side, and he will not get in. Hansen and Frank combine on the stop to keep him out on the 2-point try. But Howells still with the 34-6 lead, 5:24 remaining, 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Bloomfield will need to just kick it right here if they're going to get back in the game.
Get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, November 27th, live at 7 p.m. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, commentary, discussion, and you as we take your live phone calls and emails. That's Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, November 27th, right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports. Mike Spears liking what he sees from his Howells Bobcats. And even the kindergarten class in Seward happy to see this one tonight.
Lisa Crane's kindergarten class in Seward. Seward to play here tomorrow night. Line it up against rival Crete. Saturday night. What is this, Thursday?
This is
one of those.
It feels like a Saturday because we've been watching football all day.
All day, 2 more tomorrow and 2 more on Saturday.
And the kickoff driven into the end zone. And another touchback. Bloomfield will start on the 15-yard line. They have not been set up in great field position. Howell's kick game tonight has been very solid.
Kevin, they've had to go to the long field almost every time. Every time tonight, as you see Mike Spears challenging his team to get this one finished.
NETV sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco-Free Nebraska for a great state of health. Toss to the left side, Malati looking for running room. He's got a lot. Malati trying to get away, and he's brought down at the midfield stripe. Big run for Malati. Finally tripped up by Matt Eichmeyer, and Malati stays down after the play.
Costly play, great move at about the 20-yard line as Malati now being attended to. Matt Eichmeyer on the tackle and got him from the backside, and you see that happen all too often when you get a tackle run down from the back end like that, and the ankle gets rolled or there's a problem with the feet getting caught up underneath, Kevin. So we'll see. Hopefully Malati will be okay. But, man, what a move. He came to the left side over there on the line, and then just a great watch this move here as he cuts it back. Led up into the hole. Excellent block there. Now, right there, that move right there, just a great move. He actually came up off the ground when he cut and then was moving hard to the outside.
Keep your eye on his feet and his ankles.
Yeah, right there, he made that cut.
And then right here.
Yeah, Eichmeyer, there he caught that ankle right there, right before he went down. Ouch.
You could see it catch and kind of jerk there as he pulled up on it. What do you bet he's back, if at all possible?
He is such a tough player, such a tremendous player. Yeah, I'm betting he comes back. You'll see a little tape on the ankle, and away you go.
So Malati leaves for the moment. And that'll bring in a new back for the Bloomfield Bees. And Chase Rohr now will line up in the backfield. First down and 10 from midfield. Hansen the toss to Rohr. Rohr with running room. Rohr banging into tacklers down near another first down for Bloomfield.
Brian Frank, the fullback, leading on to play. Just a toss sweep to the outside. Watch Frank take on 54 and kick him out right there. And then good yardage, Wrecker coming up to make the hit. But Brian Frank, the fullback, Excellent block.
Got a pretty good help block out front from Hansen, too, who caught up after tossing the ball. 2nd down and 1. Hansen nearly tripped coming out from center, and he gets the 1st down as he rights himself down to the 25.
Kevin, he tripped and he lost control of the football. He was looking maybe to get the ball back into the backfield to Roar, but slipped on the play as we have another player down, number 12 for the Bobcats, Eric Weeman.
Larry Putney standing by with an update on the health of Travis Malati. Larry?
Guys, it was actually his left knee they were looking at. He apparently twisted it on his way down, kicked it a little bit, but as you can see, he was just now running up and down the sideline here, and he's going back in.
I don't think that comes as a surprise to either Adrian Fiala or myself that he's coming back in.
Not at all. This is a cramp here in that right calf of Eric Weeman. They're rubbing both of those calves, actually, but mainly that right side. Is that Mike Spears there?
Yes, it is. Out doing the rubbing.
Rubbing the cramp. See, right in those calves. Even on a night like tonight, it's a beautiful night to play, but you expend so much energy and a lot of fluid, and that'll cramp up the muscles. As you see Weeman, he's okay. Going to be fine. That happens quite often in a football game, more often than you'd think.
And he appears to be just fine. They've rubbed it out for the most part. He'll have that lingering feeling for a while after the cramp leaves.
Kevin, you know, when it happens, the muscle just knots up, and there's just like a big like a big old globe grape stuck in your calf.
1st down and 10, 25-yard line. The toss comes to Malati, cutting it back up the middle. Flags are down, and Malati down at the 19-yard line. But let's see about the flag. And Malati hobbling just a little bit as he hops back up. Going to go against Bloomfield and push him back 10 for a hold. So the Bees shoved back after the penalty. And it is a hold against Bloomfield. They can ill afford to lose any field position because they're fighting an uphill battle right now, down 34-6.
They need field position and time right now, and they're losing in the battle in both regards. As the clock ticks down, it'll start up here with 4:13 left. It's underway now.
1st down, 21 from the 36-yard line. Hansen rolling left, under pressure, and down he goes. Steven Bazzata brought him down. Chased out of bounds, and the freshman, Steven Bazzata, on the stop.
Great job by the freshman over there, 182 pounds. Watch him move, number 42, or 46, I beg your pardon. And good job. That's a good job. The only thing, maybe the head could be on the other side on the tackle, but excellent work by Bazzata for the freshman. Good-sized young man.
A deeper hole now for Bloomfield. 2nd and 23 from the 38-yard line. Hansen to throw. Quick pass and a catch made, but the knee down when he caught it by Curtis Beckman. So a minimal gain for Bloomfield.
You know, Kevin, that play had all the marks of the pass and then a lateral. You watch 20 going down, and Malati was coming right off the edge. As you see the play develop there, but Malati was coming right off the edge and right by the play, and it had all the ear markings of being a lateral to Malati. But he was down, so it was complete, but he was down with the knee.
3rd down and 18. And flags fly again before this one's even snapped. They had 5 men on the line as it looked, but it's going to be 5 yards against Bloomfield. So somebody flinched to cost them 5 more.
Just looking at the play closely and not able to spot it, but somebody down there did. That's a lot closer than we are.
And that pushes it all the way back to the 39-yard line. And a long way to go.
Head coach Gary Walling trying to get his team back into this fracas. They're down 34-6 right now. 3 and some change left in the 3rd quarter.
3rd down and 24 yards to go. They need to get it all the way to the 15-yard line. Hansen rolling left, looking to throw. Fires it out, leaping up, but he can't get it. It's Jeff True, incomplete. And it's 4th down and long for Bloomfield.
Henson had a lot of black shirts following him over there to the left-hand side. Kevin, a sprint out to the left side and trying to get some room to throw the football. But too much pressure, and he knew it. He could see it. He could feel it. He could hear it. And he tried to pull up and let her go. But, again, the ball overthrown. Goes to fourth now.
Fourth down and 23 yards to go. And Bloomfield down 34-6 will go for it. But first, a timeout taken by the Bees.
Timeout.
3:04 remaining in this third quarter and a 34-6 lead for Howells. 3 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Howells leading Bloomfield 34-6 in the D1 State Football Championship.
Does that story have to go today?
Every day, the staff at Marketplace, your best source for business news on radio, call experts.
5 minutes of his time for a show today.
Ask questions.
I'll need the price of oil close to the deadline.
Research issues.
I want to hear what your thesis is.
And put it all together.
All the reporters are filing in the last half hour. All the interviews are finished being edited. The engineers are crashing.
To give you a complete review of the day's top economic news.
This is Marketplace.
Listen to Marketplace, weeknights at 6 Central Time on NPRN, the Nebraska Public Radio Network.
The Bees fans are celebrating despite the fact that they're down 34-6. Although you make it to the state championship game, you got to have some fun, regardless of what's going on in the field.
Well, Kevin, you got to have fun. You had a great year to get here and enjoy yourself. You want to win. You want to play and play hard and win the ball game. But again, you've had a great year to get here. And a lot of times you don't win and you don't feel good about it. Here we go.
Fourth down and 23 to go. Hanson rolling left. Steps up to throw. Fires it down the field. He's got a man out there and incomplete. Jeff True was there, and the pass just a little too far for True to pull it in. If he grabs it, it's a sure 6.
You bet. Sprint out right by Hanson. Pressure that time by Tom Bloom again, 54. As he was coming on, watch him here. 54 gets away from the block there, and here he comes, and he gets a piece of the quarterback on the play. And it's just overthrown, and it's just overthrown because, again, he had to deliver it just a little bit too quick, a little too far, a little too much mustard.
True still frustrated that he could not catch up to that one. And now Howells with an opportunity here to really salt this one away. Eichmeyer on first down. The give over the left side to Danley, and he'll go nowhere. Miles Danley with a minimal gain on the play.
See Jeff True getting up slowly there, a little frustrated. He knows time is wasted here. It's going to be very tough for his team to get back into the game. This thing winds down 2:30 here and counting.
Howells would like nothing more than to just run this one out. 34-6, they lead it. 2:18 remaining in the third. The give over the right side to Byer, and Byer tripped up from behind after a pickup of a couple. And it'll bring up a third down and long for Howells. Been a rough night for the Bees to this point, trailing 34-6 in the third.
And Kevin, then when they get the ball back, they're going to be taken out of their offense. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot more than they're used to. They want to. And so a huge challenge awaits here once they get the football back.
Third down and 8. Eichmeyer to throw. Throws it out on a little screen to Byer, and Byer brought down immediately by Chase Rohr. Good play by Rohr on the stop.
Great tackle. One of the toughest tackles to make is an open field tackle, and Rohr makes it quite easily here as he's out there on his own along with Byer. If Byer can catch the ball and just get another second or two to make his move, then it becomes about triply tough to make that play. But Rohr caught him right at the right time.
Eric Weeman will punt it away. And Malati will go back, try to return. Weeman, a long kick. That's going to go well through the end zone. And the touchback back out to the 15-yard line. Bloomfield will get it back with 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hey, don't miss Nebraska ETV sports coverage of NCAA women's basketball as we present the Time Warner Challenge this Sunday at 4:30. The big in-state battle, Creighton and Nebraska, live from the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln with complete coverage exclusively on our cable network, NETV2 Live. It's 4:30 this Sunday, the Time Warner Challenge on NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. On first down and 10 from the 15. Hansen trying to go up the middle. No running room again. The usual suspects in there. Brkacek, Musney in on the stop.
Not much gets by those people up front. Musney, and you mentioned him, along with Byer at that left end. Terrific defense being played by the Black Shirts, the high school Black Shirts here tonight. Play comes in, 32 seconds, 31 and counting, going down.
Must be something about the color of the uniform this season in this stadium.
There's a little psychological advantage involved, I believe.
Second down and 10 from the 15. Hansen to throw. Tipped over the middle and incomplete. I think Brkacek was the guy that got a hand on it.
I think it was, Kevin. He was raising his hand saying, hey, nice play. And he's getting some high fives from his teammates. So, indeed, Brkacek the culprit on that one again.
If he didn't do it, he's taking credit for it.
Trying to get to that open hole in the secondary. It's a hole in the middle usually in most defenses that you try to exploit if you can. And they were trying to do that as we're going to have a timeout.
Bloomfield will burn a timeout here. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter, facing a third down and 10 from the 15-yard line. And this goes back to what you were talking about, getting out of their offense. Right now you can see they don't really know what to do in situations like this, down this big. They're not comfortable in these spots.
87% of their offense this year on the ground and in the rushing game. And, Kevin, it's really tough when you're taken out of that. It's tough to really be productive and be efficient in your offense.
Check out the upcoming sports schedule on NETV or maybe the entire Nebraska ETV, NETV2, or Nebraska Public Radio broadcast schedules by visiting our network website at net.unl.edu. Well, there we go. An ETV sign. You make an ETV sign, I almost guarantee you're going to get on ETV.
Tickets for everybody, huh?
Let's not go that far.
Okay.
15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Bloomfield, the Bees' backs firmly up against the wall here. Stingers and all. Third down and 10 on the 15-yard line. Hansen to throw. Floats it out there, and what a catch made by Jeff True with one hand. Wow.
That bee just snatched it right out of the air. Great job. The ball just kind of floating up there, and True. You'll see Hansen here just lob it up there. Wrecker there on the coverage, and again, just knock it down with one hand, keep it in, move it upfield.
Just like you drew it up, right?
Yep.
Final play of the third quarter coming up. On first down, and they will not get it off. Couldn't get the play off before the clock expired in the third quarter.
That's a tough one because you just wasted a play right there. You just gave it away.
It'll be first down when we come back the end of the third quarter. Howells leading Bloomfield 34-6 in the Class D1 State Football Championship.
Funding for this program is provided in part by Tobacco-Free Nebraska, a campaign created to educate Nebraskans about health risks associated with tobacco use.
Secondhand smoke is more than annoying. It seriously affects thousands of Nebraskans, smokers and non-smokers, with over 4,000 chemicals and cancer-causing toxins. Secondhand smoke is a first-rate killer.
From in-depth show information to helpful classroom curriculum, stay curious with net.unl.edu.
You're watching Nebraska ETV.
There it is, 34-6. The start of the fourth quarter coming up. Howells all over Bloomfield here through 3 quarters of play in the Class D1 State Football Championship. Howells just 12 minutes away from repeating as state champion. First down and 10 from the 29 for Bloomfield. Malati looking for running room. Breaks a couple of tackles and is brought down by Dan Sindelar after a 7-yard gain.
Trying to run power over that left side, and some of it worked, and it worked basically because Malati just will not take no for an answer when it comes to yardage, Kevin. Trying to go left side, pick up yards. Over there behind Malati is cousin and Chase Rohr.
Second down along 2. Hansen to throw. Fires it out into the flat. It is caught for the first down by Malati. And Bloomfield will move the chains with 11:16 remaining in the game.
So quick to the outside, even with a bad wheel, a bad leg. And that play costs him right there because he gets up very slow, limping a little bit more as the toll continues to be taken on Malati's knee. But he's a warrior, and he's staying out there.
39-yard line of Howells, first down and 10. Hansen rolling to the left, looking to run, cuts it back through the middle, driven down at the 35-yard line by Justin Musney.
What a drill, what a hit by Musney. Hansen had some room to go to the outside, elected to cut it back. And Musney was there to bring him straight down to the ground. No yards after contact on that one. Second down now at about 6.
Second and 6 from the 35. On the toss to Malati. And again, Malati refusing to be brought down for a loss on the carry.
Nothing but positive yardage by Malati. As we told you earlier on top of the show, this young man, 2,231 yards, averaged over 11 yards per carry on the year, on the season. Through the first half tonight, he averaged 6.3 yards per carry.
Third down and 4. 10 minutes to go in the game. Bloomfield needing a first down. They fake the toss. Hansen trying to run. He won't get there. Michael Byer again. The tackle in the backfield, and Bloomfield is denied on third down.
Fake that pitch to Malati. You see Malati slip right there, and again that leg gave way. And then the play was just doomed from that moment. Fourth down.
Fourth down and 6. And of course, Bloomfield will go for it. Hansen straight drop to throw, fires it out. It is caught by Curtis Beckman, and it's going to depend on the mark if he has the first down, and I believe he does.
Big hit over there, Kevin, by number 19. Eichmeyer over there, Matt Eichmeyer. And look at this. He just gets it past the pole, we think. Yes, indeed, he does.
They bring it out just to give it a cursory look. And it is a first down and a big conversion for Bloomfield.
What a toss right here. You see Hansen here just shovel it right in there. And see that hit by Eichmeyer, but just not in time as it creates that first down. And Bloomfield has a little more life left here. 9:21 left.
Bloomfield undefeated coming into play. Trying to put some more on the board with 9:21 to go. Movement and flags fly. This play is stopped. Hansen took some time at the line of scrimmage trying to perhaps draw someone off. Let's see if it worked.
Let's see what the call is here. They're going to call procedure on the offense again, Kevin.
So it did not work. Much to the chagrin of a disappointed head coach, Gary Walling. So first and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Hansen to throw. Down the sideline looking for Malati and overthrew him. On the coverage out there was Brian Recker, with the ball well overthrown.
It's probably well that he did overthrow it because there was a lot of coverage down there. The ball looked like it actually slipped out of his hands when he delivered the pass, and the ball sailing high and wide to the right of the intended receiver, but there were 2 or 3 black shirts down on the coverage, so it's probably a good idea that that play developed as it did, and he saw that, and perhaps he threw it away intentionally, but again, the ball is still in their possession.
2nd down and 15. Hansen fakes the give, wants to throw, lofting it downfield, and nobody there. Looking for Jeff True. True curled toward the sideline, and Hansen threw it straight down towards the end zone.
Throwing it right up the hash, and again, nobody there. A missed route here, I presume. I'm not sure, but again, a good pop taken there by Hansen. That was Bloom. Tom Bloom just decked him.
Hansen coming in and only thrown the ball 56 times all season, so this is not a pass offense. 3rd and 15 from the 34. Fires it out. It is caught down the sideline and a couple of yards shy. Chase Rohrer knocked out of bounds. 2.5 yards shy of the first. It'll bring up 4th and short for Bloomfield.
Chase Rohrer coming right off the line over there, number 24. And he is able to get free. Nobody within about 5 yards of him there. A little delay coming off the line. Backs taking that corner, taking the deep man on that coverage, and then the safety trying to come over, but just got there a little bit too late. And the pass is completed, but it's still a 4th down, Kevin.
4th down and 3. 9:03 to go. The toss to Malati, up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more. Look at Malati working all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You talked about, give it to the back and let him ride, that at the top of the show, Kevin. And Malati is doing it here. Excellent block over there. Number 36, Brian Frank, leading it the play up to the inside. And then Malati, from there on out, he just shreds it. Look at this. And this is with a bad wheel, a bad leg.
Unbelievable.
Man.
1st and 10 from the 14 of Howells. Malati again, looking for a block, gets one from his quarterback and gets 3.5 yards on 1st down.
Well, every now and then the quarterback's got to get in there and make the hit. And he did it that time. We saw Hansen deliver the blow and then trying to get over there on that left side, make yardage over that left side. Matt Dorr, Jeff True doing the blocking.
34-6. Howells in control here. Long drive, but a very time-consuming drive for the Bees. 2nd and 7. Hansen to throw again. Lofts it toward the sideline, and it's incomplete through the hands of Chase Rohrer. 3rd and long coming up for Bloomfield.
Coverage by Sindelar that time. Number 26 in the black jersey right here. He is right there, and he is responsible for the breakup of that pass. Good man-to-man coverage by the Howells Bobcats.
3rd down and 7. Toss to Malati. Up the middle he goes. Sheds one tackle. Malati churning forward, and he's very close to another Bloomfield 1st down, and another tough run for Malati, who's over 100 yards on the night.
That time Brkacik had a handle on him, or had a hand on him, I should say, Kevin, but he loses his helmet right there. And Malati just keeps on churning, trying to find that end zone.
And it will be a 1st down. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for Bloomfield. Trailing 34-6 here. Hansen on the toss to Malati. Malati lunges forward, stopped just shy of the goal line. Malati about a yard short. 2nd and goal for Bloomfield.
And again, Brkacik on the shoe top tackle right there, loses his helmet once more. Did it on the last play, did it on this play. There you see him. Jared saying, hey, what do I do now, Coach? Hey, stay in there. We need you in there, partner. Watch it right here. Look at that. He just comes right across and gets his lid knocked off, but he makes the tackle. Stays right with it. He must have a bad snap on that helmet right now.
2 straight without a helmet. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Malati, and this time he's in for the score.
And you get it that close for Malati, and should be academic. Carson Malati over there. Chase Rohr on the blocks to the left side. And nothing too fancy about that. Just get it to your great back. Let him do his business, and he did.
2nd touchdown of the night, 48th of the year for Travis Malati. And that gets Bloomfield on the board for the first time since the first quarter of play. That big drought in the middle between scores has cost the Bees tonight. Try for 2. Hansen to throw. Into the end zone and through the hands of Chase Rohr, incomplete.
I believe the left guard over there was Colin Crouch rather than his cousin Carson. Carson that's snapping the ball. And yeah, I believe it was Crouch over there. Familiar name in Nebraska history now. Crouch.
Yeah, I've heard of that guy.
Number 2.
Quarterback, running back, what's he play?
All of them.
Wingback.
Receiver.
Be sure to join us tomorrow in the morning. We'll start it off again at 11 a.m. Central Time for the Class C2 championship game as the Lawrence Nelson Raiders take on the Hartington Cedar Catholic Trojans. We have complete coverage of all the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championship games right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports.
What a way to spend brunch, huh? Tune in the
Brunch with Kevin, Adrian, and Larry.
Brunch with the crew.
Larry's the real draw. I don't know that anyone would want to spend brunch with us.
Well, they wouldn't get much to eat. I know that.
That's for sure. Been a happy night for that Bobcat, despite the last score. $7:15 remaining. And it's 34-12. Howells with the lead.
He's had a good return night. Matt Recker, or Brian Recker, beg your pardon.
They'll try the onside kick. It is bobbled. The ball is loose, and I believe Bloomfield has it.
Well, they had a good shot at it.
It bounced off of Danley, and they do. The Bees recover the onside kick.
It looked like, I think, Jeff True, coming up with a football, Kevin. Well executed here. Ball hits right below the knees of the receiving team, the receiver down there. And I believe it was True, number 35.
I think you're right. True at the bottom of that pile came up with the loose ball to give the Bees a little bit of life. Still down by 22. On 1st down and 10. Hansen bobbles the snap, picks it up, and advances it forward 3.5 yards. Broken play, but a pretty good gain by Hansen.
Anytime you can turn a broken play into positive yardage, you'll take it. And he did that. He picked up, just about 3 yards on the play.
That's a picture of a coach ahead by 22 points. And he's still coaching hard on the sidelines.
Well, you got 6:43 and counting here.
2nd and 7. Hansen to throw. Fires it out. Nearly intercepted. Matt Eichmeyer almost pulled it in before knocking it away incomplete.
Eichmeyer saw Malati split out over there, Kevin, and he pretty much knew what was coming, getting over there on the coverage, and just another split second on the break, and he's got not only an interception, but a touchdown.
But not able to come up. Down the sidelines.
No, he was free all the way down. But matching up two of the great athletes on each of these teams, Malati and Eichmeyer.
Howells by 22. 3rd and 7 for Bloomfield. Hansen with time, looking to throw. Down the sidelines he goes, and that's well incomplete. Trying to find Malati again, but could not connect.
They were trying to run the hitch and go over there. Malati out on the route. Took it downfield about 4, maybe close to 5 yards. Broke it to the outside, waited for the back to come up on the out pattern, and then he turned it upfield. But they had double coverage over there. He had Eichmeyer underneath the coverage and another teammate way back deep on the coverage. And again, the ball vastly overthrown. No chance.
4th down and 7 for Bloomfield. Hansen. On 4th and 7 will throw. Fires it out. Malati is open. He's got it at the 24-yard line. And a 1st down for Bloomfield. They keep it going again with another 4th down conversion.
Even with the good pop from Justin Musney, that is, coming out on the route. Musney popped Malati on the play. And he's still able to get into the route and concentrate and make the catch. And not only that, pick up the 1st down. Talked about this kid being a warrior. He's about a double warrior now. This kid's incredible.
1st down and 10. 24-yard line of Howells. On 1st down. Hansen on the fake. Looking to throw down the middle of the field. Looking for True. True leaping up. And he's got it for the touchdown. Bloomfield on the board again.
You betcha. And what athleticism, because he was right between Dan Sindelar and Brian Recker on the play. Recker the safety, Sindelar the cornerback, trying to pick him up. And somehow Hansen fits it in there. And they pick up another quick touchdown here, Kevin. You know, you keep running them off this quick, and all of a sudden you get yourself a little bit of a ball game here, and there's still 5:55 left in the game.
Stranger things have happened. They'll try for 2. On the toss, Malati looking for running room. He's got the 2-point conversion. I believe no signal yet, and now he's in. Yes. The 2-point conversion is good for Bloomfield.
Howells players, Kevin, were saying that he fumbled the ball before he got into the end zone, but he was clearly past that yellow stripe, and then he fumbled it once he was in the zone. Let's look at a touchdown here again. As you see the fake, play-action fake, and there you see number 35, Jeff True, heading for the end zone. And Recker actually on the coverage by himself, as you saw number 26 over there. That was Dan Sindelar, kind of got turned around. But Recker, again, trying to battle True, and True won that battle.
And the touchdown pass for Hansen is 8th of the year. And the 2-point conversion makes it a 14-point game. We've got an injured B as they work on it. Again, looks like a cramp. If you'd like to purchase a VHS tape of this game or any state high school football championship game, it's very easy. Just call 800-228-4630 Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 to 5 Central Time, and you'll be able to enjoy the 2001 football championships for years to come. That number again, 800-228-4630.
And right now, Kevin, it's basically up to the Howells offense to put this game away. They need a couple of 1st downs here. You know, this Bloomfield team's just 2 scores away. They're a 14-point lead now by Howells. They're 2 scores away from getting it done. They need to come up with this kickoff here. You're probably going to see you're going to see one go deep. That's what you're going to see.
Drilled through the end zone for the touchback. And out to the 15, where Howells will take over 1st down and 10.
They didn't think Lightning could hit the same place twice on that squib kick or the onside kick, and so they kick it deep. And now, man, here's the chess match. Here's where the Howells offense, they can get it done right here. They're the state champs.
You surprised by the deep kickoff?
Yeah.
I'm too.
I would have tried it. I would tried exactly what they did the last time, or maybe go the other direction with it.
On 1st down, the toss to Danley. And, that's Sindelar. And Sindelar out to the 20-yard line to pick up a 5 yards on the play.
Number 26, Dan Sindelar.
Usually teams, as you see the play coming again right here, could pick up about a 5-yard pickup. But usually, Kevin, teams will have not just one onside or squib type kick. They'll have a couple that they can work with. And maybe you go to your second one. That team saw the first one, and it was successful for you.
2nd and 5, Eichmeyer on the run. Eichmeyer lunging forward, and he's got what looks to be a Howells 1st down. A couple more of those, and Howells can effectively put this game on ice.
Absolutely.
And that's the risk you take by kicking deep. You give Howells the chance to do what they do best, and that's run the football.
And they did it right there and picked up a very crucial 1st down at this point in this game. As the clock winds down here, There's Matt Eichmeyer, the quarterback, playing a whale of a football game, both on offense and defense tonight, doing a great job.
First down and 10 from the 26. 5 minutes to go. The give to Sindelar. Up the middle. And a good push again. Sindelar gets good yardage on first down up to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You can make it 2nd down and 4, 2nd down and 3. You're doing a good job up front in that offensive line. And, of course, Bloomfield now knows that Howells is, they're going to have the football on the ground. They're stacking up that defense very closely and very tightly up there. Here comes the play in. They just brought in Tom Bloom, center. Let's see if they pull up maybe and try to sneak one in the air. I would doubt it, but
right on the ground with Sindelar. He's up to the 35-yard line, a yard shy of a Howells first down, brings up 3rd down and 1.
Power tackle that time. Brian Frank on the hit, trying to get him back, but a 3rd down play.
Larry Putney standing by with a report. Larry, what do you have?
Well, guys, obviously a state championship is a special game for any player, but especially Eric Weeman, who last year in the semifinal game in which Howells won before they went on to win the state title last year, was injured and was not able to play in the state championship game. And I talked to him earlier today, and he talked about how special it was to be able to get back here and get one more chance to play in a state championship game, and he certainly made the best of this one.
He has. He's had a great performance tonight. So is that young man, Michael Byer, who lunges ahead to get another Howells first down on 3rd and short.
Another Bloomfield player down on the turf right now as they will attend to him.
I think it's Matt Hansen, who is yet to get up. And it is. He had cramping earlier, and this could be a recurrence of that, and it looks like it is. They'll continue to work on Matt Hansen, try to get that cramp worked out, get him back on the field as soon as possible. 14-point lead for Howells, 3:35 remaining in the 4th quarter of play. Coming up this Sunday, exclusively on Nebraska ETV2, it's an in-state battle of women's basketball action. Creighton Blue Jays and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. You won't want to miss this one this Sunday, live at 4:30 p.m. Central Time, exclusively on NETV2. It's the Time Warner Challenge on NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports.
Talked to a lot of people about Nebraska basketball, the women's basketball team, Kevin, and they're all excited to watch Katie Robinette play.
She's going to be a good one.
Sioux City product, and man, she's a great player. I've saw her play in the state championship game every year. Man, what a terrific player.
First down and 10, 37-yard line. The give over the right side, and a big run for Byer. Look at him working hard. And Byer carrying tacklers for a nearly 10-yard gain on first down.
He's 205 pounds. He's not a guy that's going to go down very quickly, so you got to wrap him and drive him, and it didn't happen.
Back down to the field once again for Larry Putney.
Guys, this is really unfamiliar territory for Bloomfield. You take a look at what they've done in their last 7 games. They've won by an average score of 50-8. So when you get in this situation, you never know how you're going to respond, especially in a state championship game. And guys, just take a look at the total yards. I mean, Bloomfield actually leading right now in total yards, 225 to 222, but the scoreboard tells the story.
And that's the only stat that'll matter at the end.
Absolutely. That's the one that matters. You're right, Kevin. Here comes the stretch of the stick, and it is a first down.
So a 10-yard carry for Byer. About 5 of those yards, he carried 3 Bloomfield Bees with him. And a little happier look on the face of Mike Spears, the head coach of the Howells Bobcats.
And as Larry talked about, in terms of giving up points, their defense just all the way through, Kevin. 91 yards rushing. They give up 71 yards passing, just 163 in total defense. But again, Howells really just consistently moved the football against them here tonight.
And another first down and 10. Right up the middle they go with Sindelar. He's stopped after a 2-yard gain by Karsten Malati. Remember, Bloomfield just has 1 timeout as well, so they can't do a whole lot to stop the clock.
Yeah, this one is pretty well in the cup, as we say.
And Howells doing exactly what they needed to do after getting that kickoff. They have marched it down the field, all on the ground.
All on the ground, all inbounds, and total use of the clock.
Right up the middle they go again. Lunging forward for a few is Sindelar. Down near the 26-yard line. A pickup of almost 5 yards. Clock under 2 minutes now remaining in the game. And Howells is just that far from repeating as state champions. And those young ladies are very happy about that.
Well, Howells beat Omaha Christian, Fall City Sacred Heart, and Humphrey St. Francis to get here. And now they're about to make it the 4th victory in the playoff system. Here we go again.
Sindelar diving up the middle, does not have the first down. Picks up a yard down to the 25-yard line.
Beat a couple of powerhouses in this D1 arena, Kevin, and really have done a fine job under head coach Mike Spears.
About to win their 2nd straight state championship. Only their 7th trip to the state tournament in the school's history. 2 championships out of 7 trips. That's not too shabby. Not an easy thing to do. And they'll let this clock run down as long as they can, and then a timeout taken. 49 seconds left. 4th and 1 coming up for Howells. And you imagine that Howells will probably go for it on 4th and 1. Try to run it out.
Yeah, probably so. I was waiting to see whether or not, take a look at the list of the host of players in there, and whether or not Michael was going to get some of the other folks in.
Two more games here tomorrow, 2 more on Saturday. We are just getting started on a very busy weekend for football at Memorial Stadium. C2 and A tomorrow. Talked a little about that C2 matchup. How about the Class A matchup? Millard West, which blew out Lincoln Southeast. Everybody's favorite, Lincoln Southeast.
Yeah, still surprised about that one. I probably won't be surprised for quite some time, quite frankly. But they got it done. They got it done in big fashion. And they'll be faced against North Platte coming in here.
Fresh off their win against Millard North last weekend. A big win for North Platte. First time North Platte has ever made it to the state championship game. 4th down and a yard. And movement before the snap. Flags fly all over the field, and instead of 4th and 1, this looks like it's going to become 4th and 6.
I think so. There was encroachment over there, and of course, anytime that happens in high school football, you're going to call it immediately, and they did that. The line judge flag immediately up in the air.
4th down and 6. Back at the 29-yard line now for the Howells Bobcats. With a 14-point lead. 49 seconds to go. This has been a tremendous drive for Howells. Because they're about to put points on the board, because they have milked nearly 5 minutes off that clock. In fact, a little over 5 minutes. On the toss, Sindelar with blockers out in front. He'll have the first down and more. Sindelar driven out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Malati finally caught up with him, but that should just about do it for the Howells Bobcats as they get the first down.
And a great block to spring it all by Byer out there, number 22, right? Watch right there. He just took the corner out, and that's it. And Malati's on the chase right there, and I think Malati came up limping again. Kevin, is he still in the ball game down there?
He is still in it.
Still in it.
Well, he's a gutty kid. He has been banged up for most of the second half. First down and 10 from the 12. And they'll just take a knee. Eichmeyer kneeling down. And Mike Spears knows it's about time to celebrate. So does the Howells faithful on the side. State championship number 2 in the last 2 years, about to be crowned for the Howells Bobcats. Second down, Eichmeyer takes a knee again, and that will do it. Your state champions for the second consecutive year in Class D1, the 12-1 Howells Bobcats.
I was wondering if they were going to get him with the customary Gatorade wash, but he got just a bottle. And he probably likes that a lot better. That cold Gatorade is a tough one to handle. As you see Malati right there, I tell you, that kid he played his heart out here tonight, Kevin. And just came up a little bit short.
Your state champion in Class D1, the Howells Bobcats. They win it 34-20. We'll be back with a lot more action from Memorial Stadium in just a moment.
Programming on the Nebraska ETV network is made possible in part by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
It's the value of responsive customer service to make healthcare simple. It's the value of a statewide network of doctors and hospitals to make healthcare accessible. It's the value of a plan that works to make healthcare practical. That's the value of Blue. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
The Blues are good.
And a good value.
For you.
This program is made possible by the Nebraska Public Power District and your local public power utility.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District and your local public power utility.
The Howells Bobcats, state champions in Class D1 with a 34-20 victory over the Bloomfield Bees. Adrian Fiala, it was a lot like we expected tonight. A lot of action on the ground, and Howells got the better of Bloomfield tonight.
You bet. Again, showing a lot of quickness, a lot of speed right off the ball, Kevin, as we said at the top of the show and all the way through this telecast tonight. They come up to the ball, they get set, they snap it, and they go, and they don't fool around at all up there, and they just, they're very, very quick off the football. Catches the defense a little bit by surprise from time to time, and they really played exceedingly well up front. And what can you say about the play of Jared Brikacek, the play of number 22, Michael Byer out there? Just a tremendous job. Also, Tom Bloom, their center, and they also play defensive end. Terrific work.
Let's go to public address announcer Rich Broderson for the runner-up award presentations.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is happy to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Glenn Morgan from Neely Oakdale and Bob Resnicek from Omaha Westside and U.S. Bank Representative Mick McKinley. Here are the awards for Class D1 runner-up Bloomfield. So head coach Gary Walling and your assistants, please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 9, Dustin Chansey. Number 11, Matt Hanson. Number 12, Josh Goebbels. Number 15, Travis Shoemaker. Number 20, Curtis Beckman. Number 24, Chase Roy. Number 27, Matt Dennis. Number 30, Austin Gieselman. Number 32, Travis Malati. Number 33, Cody Olander. Number 35, Jeff True. Number 36, Brian Frank. Number 37, Trevor Kettleson. Number 50, Kyle Surface. Number 58, Jeff Beckman. Number 60, Karsten Milani. Number 62, Colin Crouch. Number 64, Jared Rohr. Number 69, Josh Kammer. Number 71, Zach Milliken. Number 73, Joe Jessen. Number 77, Kelly Smith. Number 78, Matt Dorr. Number 81, Mark Scudder. Number 83, Brandon Sarda. Number 84, Brent Carlo. And number 87, Joe Reppening. And now, here is the 2001 Class D1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Bloomfield High School.
Take nothing away. They lose in the championship game, but a tremendous season nonetheless for the Bloomfield Bees.
It really was, Kevin. You get here, as I said earlier on in the show tonight, you get here, you've accomplished a great deal to make it to the finals, and they really deserve a great deal of credit and, again, admiration for what they have done. Tonight, this game statistically pretty even in terms of total net yards, but again, the return game, a big factor for Howells, 96 yards in return yards. That added their accumulated yardage here then to 340 yards total. And then a stat we didn't see or didn't know about until now is third down conversions. Howells 8 of 15, Bloomfield just 2 of 12. Fourth down conversions, Howells 4 of 5 on fourth down. So again, you're talking about some long yardage situations they converted.
Let's go back to Rich Broderson, public address announcer, to award the championship medals and the state champion trophy to Howells Bobcats.
Now to the champions from Howells High School. First head coach Mike Spears, we have a special award just for you. Now, Coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 7, Brian Recker. Number 12, Eric Weeman. Number 16, Justin Tickle. Number 19, Matt Eichmeyer. Number 22, Michael Byer. Number 26, Dan Sindelar. Number 27, Justin Mastey. Number 30, Justin Brester. Number 33, Lance Crothy. Number 34, Randy Jacobowski. Number 42, Chris Dostal. Number 46, Stephen Barshata. Number 50, Tyler Vaca. Number 54, Tom Bloom. Number 55, Danny Ragland. Number 61, Charles Dustle. Number 62, Brian Colea. Number 68, David Risch. Number 70, Clark Bona. Number 71, David Michaelis. Number 72, Brian Simrod. Number 73, Colby Denley. Number 75, Jared Brikacek. Number 82, Adam Sindelar. Number 83, Brett Ortmeyer. Number 84, Joel Kopp. Number 85, Miles Danley. Number 86, Ben Baltus. And now for these outstanding athletes at their school. Here's the 2001 Class D1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Howells High School.
There they are, your Class D1 state champions, the Howells Bobcats. And we talked about the running game. We cannot leave without mentioning Brikacek again, the job he did along with Beyer defensively tonight for Howells.
He really did, Kevin. That left side virtually impenetrable by Bloomfield tonight because of the play of Beyer and Brikacek, and without that, it might have been a different story. But tremendous effort, tremendous congratulations go to both teams. And there you see a very elated Mike Spears, and congratulations especially to him.
A tremendous effort tonight. The Howells Bobcats repeat as Class D1 state champions. 2 in a row, and you heard the cry on the medals ceremony in the background. Let's get back here next year. Let's do it again next year. They're already looking ahead to a three-peat.
You bet. You always want to get back here, and they're going to give their level best to do that.
Once again, Howells wins it 34-20 over the Bloomfield Bees. Be with us tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the Class C2 Championship as the Hartington Cedar Catholic Trojans take on the Lawrence Nelson Raiders. And now for Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, and the entire NETV sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.